Yo,
Man,
we're
what
live.
up?
We're back in the building, baby.
Oh
We're
man,
back on Facebook, man. Last week we were out of pocket, man, but now we are
yeah,
back in the game, baby. How you doing there, Mark?
man, I'm good, man. It's a lot to get to, man. So I'm loading up the ammo as we speak. You know what I mean?
You got that clip, man, that fully loaded clip, man.
Right.
Yo, what Big said, I need some room. Let the bullets breathe, man. Let the bullets breathe, man. Put them
right,
in scattered, man. Put them
right,
bullets in there
right.
scattered. I want the bullets to breathe. Man, how's Philly, man? I know over the weekend it's been good weather, good people. How you guys doing out there in Philly, man?
Man,
How
you know what I'm
you
saying? It's good. I'm like, man, Sixers are on a hell of a roll right now. You know
mm,
what I mean? MB playing, you know what I mean, for out his mind. So we
mm,
happy. You know what I mean, we on an 8-game winning streak, man. So about to lock up the number one seed.
mm.
So yeah, I mean it's good. It's good in Philly, man. People happy about the team right now.
Okay. What you want to get into first, man? What you got? You got anything you want to talk about
Man, you
first?
know
Anything
what?
we start off?
I gotta get this off my chest, right? You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Got it was God's podcast group. I know a lot of y'all are in there.
Yeah.
And Merv, you know what I mean, shared this meme, top or bottom, and he's showing cars, right? So we're gonna
Okay.
put that up on the screen real quick.
Okay.
Now, what's crazy is a lot of people chose the bottom, right? And I'm like, listen, I appreciate an old school dunk rider, right? But over a Ferrari in a Lamborghini, you got to be out of your
Out
mind.
of your mind.
You know what I mean? To choose like that old school dunk rider. And here's the thing with the dunk rider, right? I'm like, yo, you can go and get one of them cars, for a couple stacks, and then you hook it up after that. You know what I mean? Except the Chevelle, you know what I mean? But them other ones, man, you get them for cheap, and then you just throw some bread into it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you can have one of them joints for less than 20 grand. Like real talk.
Right.
Like, I ain't lying. You know what I mean? Shooting the rim. Oh, what about the rims? I'm like, man, rims go cheap, dog. I was like, you don't know where to buy from. You know what I mean? For real, you pay a full price for some rims. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? But I'm like, come on, man. I just like, listen. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna say like this, right? You know what I mean? Listen, I ain't even gonna get on the ladies for this one because I know pretty colors and you know what I
Yeah.
mean. I understand. There's only a few women, you know what I mean, who are real drivers like that. So I mean, no disrespect. But for the fellas though, I'm like, fellas, you telling me that you rather dunk rider than a Ferrari? A Ferrari, you don't even have to. You could put when you pull up, you don't even have to talk to a chick. You could just point at her.
That's a
She won't
Ferrari.
pull
Right.
over
That's
to
a
talk.
Ferrari.
You know what I mean? It's easy. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? And you taking off. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I like,
Right.
man, I could do a buck 20, you know what I mean, for real, like first or second gear. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Come on, man.
Man.
You know what I mean? What you gonna tell me next? You know what I mean? Oh yeah, man. I'd rather have this pickup truck over a Phantom. Like, come on,
That's
man. What
Hey,
is you
Mark, you'd be
talking about?
surprised. I honestly think it's a southern thing, man. Like down south, they'll get an old school Chevy and put 30s on it and be like, yo,
Hey,
this is what it is. And
hey,
then
listen,
restore it. They
I'm
restore it.
with them. I'm
Yeah.
with them, right? But I'm just
Yeah.
like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's one thing to be like, yo, I'm gonna take this over the
Yeah.
5 Series BMW. I'm gonna take
Yeah.
this over the Range Rover. Okay, I feel you on that. But over
Right.
a Lamborghini, a
Right. Right.
Lambo,
They'll do it,
you
man. I'm telling you.
tripping?
Dude, I'm telling you, they do it. Like for me, I'm not into old school Chevys, box Chevys, none of the above. I'm
Man,
really just
crazy.
real talk, man.
Yeah, I mean, shoot,
Give me a
shout out to
Lambo,
my
give me a
down south
Ferrari.
people, man.
Hey,
Shout out to my down south people. But if you from up north and you like that dunk rider better, just come to Philly and see me. I got one for you for 75,000.
yo, I'm shallow, man. So give me foreign cars all day. I'm so shallow, man. I got a Beamer and an Audi, man. I'm so shallow. I don't even want a Chevy, nothing. Straight up. I'm so shallow, man. But yo, I know you had to get off your chest, man. I'm
Yeah,
looking
I
at this
did.
right
I'm
now.
sorry. I'm sorry I
Yo,
had to dish you on the group, but I had to. My bad. You know what I mean?
Merv was
We're
like,
gonna move
man,
on.
give me everything. Give me everything on the bottom. That's all Merv want. Everything on the bottom. Forget a Ferrari.
Hey up. And I'm
Yo,
trying to
but
tell you, you know what I mean? For Merv had the landscaping service in the trunk, you know what I mean, of a box Chevy on the 30s. You know what I'm saying? Stop it, Merv.
Yo, so that's March starting out rent. I want to give a shout out to the homie, man. Stacks home. Hey, Stacks
Yeah.
home, man. Y'all see it? Hashtag Stacks home, man. Stacks did
Man.
a bid last week. Hashtag the homie is home. Yo, when Stacks got out of Facebook jail on Thursday, I gave him the guy's chain. Like we put the chain around his neck, man. And on first thing he told me, he said, "I'm going back into the studio." So I was like, "Yo, what you got to do? What you got to do?" So Stacks over the weekend, Stacks got 10 joints coming out already. He been in the studio since he's been out. He's going to be back with us tonight. Y'all going to see an appearance by Stacks tonight. You're going to see him tomorrow. You're going to see him Wednesday. Yo, you might get a Stacks solo joint on Thursday. So all I'm saying is, yo, when he was in Facebook jail, he was working. He done got brolic now, doing push-ups. He was at the Quran for the past couple of days, man. Yo, Stacks is different now. I mean, he's breathing different. He looks different. He's healthy. I'm just glad Stacks is home, man. So, yo, we had the campaign last week, free Stacks. This week is Stacks home. So shout out to the dude Stacks, man.
Yeah. And stay home, Stacks.
Stay home, Stacks. Stay home. Facebook, leave our guy alone, man. Yo, so want to give a quick shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to Facebook. We're back live on Facebook. Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to Bobby Blackjack TV. We're on primetime Blackjack TV tonight as well. Shout out to all of our partners out there, our silent partners and our visible partners. Shout out to the team. Shout out to Merv. Shout out to Becca. Shout out to Tina. Shout out to the street team. We got a street team. Shout out to Tayson, VIP Tayson, VIP Tay, the street team. Tayson be giving me some behind the scenes algorithms, man, to take a look at. So shout out to Tayson, man. Tayson is our bad boy street team. So shout out to that homie, man. Shout out to the team. Shout out to everybody. Let's go ahead and get into the shits. We had a lot of stuff we want to get into tonight. Our main topic for tonight will be the versus battle. Marc and I are going to give our opinion on it. We got some special guests hopping in and out. So we got a lot of stuff going on for the night. So I hope y'all can sit back and enjoy your Monday. And let's go ahead and get into it, Marc.
Right.
So let's go ahead and start with the first thing, man. I know you and I were talking about this over the weekend, man. And it was around your boy, Money Mayweather, versus Logan Paul, man.
Yeah.
Now, Logan Paul is not the one that just fought. Like, it's Jake Paul.
No, this is brother. You know what I mean? They look alike, though. You can tell they're brothers.
So what are your thoughts on this, man?
Well,
how do you feel about this?
I'm going to say like this. This was staged, but this was a good staging. This is how you're supposed to stage something, because it's supposed to look real. You know what I'm saying? Now, I guarantee you what happened was Floyd Mayweather probably like, look, I'm going to punch you in your face. Like, that has to happen. We got to sell this fight. And I'm going to punch your brother in his face. That has to happen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, if that really happened. Like, you know what I mean? You know, Jake Paul got punched in his face. He really did snatch the bull hat. You know what I mean? Which was hilarious, right? And then he got a tattoo of it. You know what I mean? For, yo, I got your hat. You know what I'm saying? But the dude really got his clothes ripped. He had a bloody nose and everything. That really happened. But you got to sell it. And I'll take people back to this, especially anybody who watches wrestling, right? When Floyd Mayweather first went on WWE, and you know what I mean, the Giant, you know what I mean, the Giant's like 7'10" or whatever, right? And Giant got on his knees and he was just like, what you going to do? And then Floyd two-pieced him, right? Yo, the Giant actually talked about that. He was like, yo, that hurt. I'm like, but they really had to do it. You know what I'm saying? You know, and Floyd is a professional fighter. I'm quite sure people be thinking, oh, he's small. I'm like, yo, a regular dude like you is not taking a punch from Floyd Mayweather and just be cool about it. It's going to hurt. 50 Cent said the same thing. He like, yo, he punched me in the back of my head. He like, my head was ringing for like 2 days. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's why he's a professional.
I don't like this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I love the sport of boxing. I love the art of boxing.
Yes.
I think boxing has taken on a different type of field now, because you don't have the big boys of boxing anymore. You know, when we were coming through, Marc, you had Holyfield, you had Tyson, you had Buster Douglas, even had this one-hit wonder, but he was still a name. You had, going back, you had Ali, you had Frazier, you had some of the biggest names in boxing. Boxing was an event. If you remember, boxing was a huge event. When you get a boxing match, you order on pay-per-view, you got the fellas that come through, whoever come through, and it's an event across the board. Even going backwards, back then, when people go to a boxing match, the who's who was in boxing. The who's who the who's who of entertainment went to the boxing matches.
Absolutely.
And now I just think that boxing has become like more of a caricature of what it was. Because you think about it, man, Floyd Mayweather, he's not losing to anyone, right?
Yeah.
He's not, and he's a beast, but he should not be fighting a Logan Paul. Logan Paul is a YouTube blogger. He's a YouTube successful guy. I mean, he came on YouTube, he killed YouTube, and now you got a Hall of Famer in Floyd who's never lost a match ever, and they're fighting. I don't like it, man. I don't like it. This is the reason why the MMA has superseded boxing at this point.
Yes,
and it should never be that way. I love martial arts, but it should be that way.
And I'm gonna tell you, I blame the boxing promoters, because I'm like, why don't you go ahead and make the fights that people actually want to see? You know what I mean? And they don't. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, man, it's got, like, we just see Canelo fight, right?
Yep.
Willie Joe Saunders, right? And most people are like, who? Who's that? Right?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yo, he's considered, pound for pound the best in boxing right now. You know what I mean? Him or Earl Spence. But I'm just saying, I'm like, yo, fight somebody, like people want to see you fight. Don't fight just guys that just happen to come up or whatever. Fight the guy, the guys who are at the top of your division. Like, so that's all. That's troubling in itself. And we can talk about that all day, but that's probably what's missing from boxing, is that the promoters, I think, is getting in the way, and the fighters aren't fighting, for real, the best guys they could fight.
Absolutely. And I love boxing, man. I love the core of the sport of boxing. But now you look at MMA, people are more excited about MMA.
Oh, yeah.
Way more than boxing. The characters in MMA is starting to trump the characters in boxing.
Yeah.
And it's going to be that way.
And MMA, they fight against each other. You don't see that? Oh, yeah, I'm fighting the 10th ranked guy or the 15th ranked guy. No, I'm fighting the number one contender. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. That's what I'm doing.
Absolutely. Good deal, man. So we'll see what happens, man. Hopefully we'll get a good fight. I doubt it. I hope Mayweather demolish him. So we'll see. Right. So, man, I want to go into another one, man. This one is a little bit. This is more near and dear to your heart. When you told me about it, I had to read up on it, and it's the no BLM apparel at the Olympics, man.
Yeah,
I don't know how I feel about that, man. So how you feel about that one?
Man, I'm just like, listen, I'm like, yo, you got to understand, Black Lives Matter, spark, it was needed. It sparked a lot of controversy in a lot of people's eyes. I mean, we understand, why it's happening, but I'm just saying it sparked a lot of controversy in a lot of people's eyes, and I guess, where this is being held. Was this being held in Japan or, Tokyo or something like that? Yeah. So
in Tokyo,
they don't really want to deal with all of that. But I'm just like, listen, people should be allowed to express themselves. You know what I'm saying? And somebody wearing Black Lives Matter shirt or, or a face mask or hat or anything like that shouldn't be a problem. You know what I'm saying? As long as they're going out and competing and everything like that, I think what they wear shouldn't be a problem. And just the fact to come out with that blanket statement, oh, we don't want y'all to wear it. I'm like, listen, say if all the people who believed in Black Lives Matter or the black athletes themselves, just like, all right, we ain't doing the Olympics.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Then you wouldn't have no Olympics. If everybody stood for BLM, right? Even, for real, our white counterparts, for the note, for real, something's wrong. And they stood up and they're just like, we ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? Now, some athletes can afford to actually sit it out. I mean, if the USA basketball team is like, yo, we ain't doing it, they can afford to sit it out.
Right.
You know what I mean? And some athletes can't, though. So, we'll see. But I don't like it. I hope they change their mind and just, that was a misstep and it's okay.
When I first heard it and you sent me the article, the first thing that came to my head, man, was this picture right here.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this is 2021. And I still feel like this picture resonates with us over 40 plus years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's sad that we're still at that point. where now it's starting to bleed into the Olympics, where other countries are seeing what we got going on. And it feel like we get behind on other situations. I'm not going to get into deep for that.
Yeah, but other situations in general, yes.
Right. We get behind it 1,000%. But when it comes to us, we don't get behind it. And it's kind of sad to see that. I mean, they just passed a law. I don't want to get into that. But
we get the
but you know what I'm saying.
When it comes to us, though, ain't no laws passed, ain't no executive orders signed or anything like that. And I'm like, man, we stand for our people stands for all causes. What I'm saying? So I'm just like, man, we need people at the highest levels, to stand for us for a change. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, we make money for y'all, we make money with y'all. I'm like, come on, man. It's just this is a decent human decency thing. Right. This ain't nothing else but that. Right. I'm like, if you can't stand for that, you can't stand for anything.
You can't stand for anything. I was reading something the other day, man, where they said the Emmett Till bill still hasn't passed. The lynching bill.
That's crazy.
I mean, legally, you can still get lynched because the bill has not been passed. So again, all we're asking is for just to be treated like human beings, man. We're not asking for revenge. We're not asking for all-out assault on the nation's capital. We're just asking just to be treated fair, man. That's not much. That's not much, man.
It's crazy, man. But we're gonna see how this Olympics plays out. I'm like, man, I think if more people speak up, I think the Olympic Committee, I think they'll back off it. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna have to see.
Absolutely. So let's get into some sports, man. Let's get into Perk, your boy, Kendrick Perkins, man. Kendrick Perkins got to be by far the worst analyst, commentator, whatever you want to call him. He is by far the worst I've seen in my life. Man. And he got this little catchphrase now. I think he be saying stuff like, how you said, like, carry on. Kendrick Perkins is corny, man. He is straight corny, bro. Like, now, he got a great, here's the thing. He was on Sports Center on First Take on Friday. Right. And he honestly had a good topic about NBA titles versus NFL Super Bowls.
Yes.
And I get where he's coming from. His argument was trash, but I get where he's coming from. So what are your thoughts, man? Do you think it's harder to get an NBA title or to get an NFL Super Bowl?
Well, let me preference it like this. Football is a harder sport to play at the professional level. It is, because you get hit, you get hurt, you get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't even get to come back. That in itself makes it a harder sport, right? But the difficulty of winning a title, though, I think goes sides with the NBA, because you have to win 16 games. You know what I'm saying? In the NFL, you would 4 games at the most if you're wild card, right? And if you're not wild card, you get to skip over that game and then win 3. You know what I'm saying? One thing that I'll say about the NBA, I think the NBA actually crowns a true champion. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're the best, you're going to go out there and beat everybody in front of you, and you're going to beat them over and over and get it to do it. And the NFL was just like, yo, if you hot that day, you know what I'm saying, you win. I'm like, think about it like this. We just watched Super Bowl. Tom Brady, the Bucks won it. Tom Brady, 7th ring, right? Congratulations. But going into that game, how many people thought, Bucks about to smack the Chiefs around? Who thought that? Besides Bucks fans, shout out to Paul Myers. But besides Bucks fans, who else thought that? You know what I'm saying? That the Chiefs was going to get smacked. You know what I'm saying? Nobody thought that. So I'm just saying it's more parity when it comes to the playoffs, in the NFL than it is the NBA. And I think the NBA crowns more of a true champion. Even though, like, if you look at even baseball, right? I think, if you get a pitcher that gets hot, right? Yeah. You can ride that arm, for all the way to a World Series. If you in hockey, if you get a goalie who gets hot, right? And basketball don't work like that. I got the best player in the game. You know what I'm saying? You have to have a team that's locked in. And if that team is locked in every round, you know what I'm saying, they're going to win it. You know what I mean? And usually that's a team that's probably been locked in all season.
Yeah, absolutely. Like my word said, football is unpredictable. It's very
Yeah,
unpredictable. And I like that. Although I want my
yeah,
team to win the Super Bowl every single year, I like the unpredictable approach when we talking about football because it's not one player on a football field has a lower propensity to change the flow of a game than one player on an NBA court. Because if you think about it, there are games where Jordan took over. There are
yeah,
series where Jordan took over. Like
yeah,
when Pitt was out, Pitt was having back spasms, and Jordan just took over on both ends of the court, defense and offense. Those games come a lot. I mean, you see it now. You see some of the most dominating players. Hell, last night, if you look at what's his name, your boy Anthony Davis.
yeah.
Anthony Davis took over on both sides of the court last night.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We've seen run. We've seen AI. We've seen
Yeah,
AI took Philly to the championship against a juggernaut Lakers team,
yeah,
and he was dolo. He was by himself,
yeah,
and he pushed. He could have tilted them if he had a little bit more. We
yeah,
saw it last year, Miami Heat and the Lakers,
yeah,
where Jimmy Buckets by himself, and he pushed the Lakers. He pushed them as much as he could push them on the
yeah,
football field. It doesn't matter. Like you can, like you said, Mark. Look at Tom Brady. I think people take Tom Brady for granted when Tom Brady has showed you how great he is by winning the championships he's won
right.
in the Super Bowl era. What is very difficult because teams they are cash strapped to salary cap reasons. You
Mm-hmm.
can't build a super team in the NFL, and it's hard. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? People get injured. Anything can happen. Anything. You
yeah,
can have a brain lapse because you can't get those plays back. In the
yeah,
NBA, you can get those plays back.
yeah. You definitely can, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? Like, even if you're great for one game in basketball, like
Mhm.
in a playoff series, you still got more games to play. Like
Right.
that's the sad thing about it. Imagine if everything was a one game series in the NBA,
Yep.
Iverson would have a title.
Yeah.
If everything was a one
Yeah.
game series, Iverson would have a title.
Yeah.
Like the Lakers was
Absolutely.
favored, but Iverson beat them on their home court.
Yep.
But guess what? Yeah, I mean he had to do it three more times. You know what I mean? And he couldn't do it because the Lakers were a better team. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I just like, man, and that's I think it's like I love the parity of football because I'm like, and the NBA is more predictable because it is a 7 game series. But I think winning 16 games,
Yep.
you know what I mean, beating the opponent, you know what I mean, for a 4 out of 7 or 4 out of 6 or whatever, I think that's harder because it's just like, man, you play a lot of games and you play it in a short amount of time. It's not like, you know what I mean, for you playing like, once a week. You play
Yeah.
every other day.
Every other day. Every other day. Absolutely. Absolutely. So my personal opinion, I said NBA. And I'm saying
Yeah, me
NFL.
too.
I said
I
NFL is
agree.
covered. I mean, hell, Mark, look at the teams that out the NFC East had. Look at the teams that you guys had. Remember, you guys lost on T.O.
Yeah,
He came back in the playoffs and McNabb started, puking
yeah,
in the huddle. I mean, games like that when you should have beaten the Patriots during that time. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It just anything can happen. The tip is inches. Like old boy said in one of your favorite movies, Any Given Sunday.
yeah.
The game is all about inches.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You lost games because of inches, because the
Right.
ball didn't hit
Yep.
the plane or crack the plane. It's just that close. And I think to me, the NFL is more intense. And I'm a
Yeah.
basketball player. I play basketball. But I think the NFL games are more intense and it's more tight as a fan because you're like, man, you got to get that extra yard.
Yeah.
And you think the extra yard is a gimme and you mess around and lose 2 or 3 yards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't agree with Perkins. I think Perkins never has a good point on anything. I think Perkins is probably the worst analyst, commentator that I've ever seen in my life. I don't
Yeah.
know how he got that position that he has. I hope they figure something out and get rid of him. He is trash. Like
Yeah.
he is
Controversy,
garbage.
man. I like you willing to be controversial. Yeah, I'm saying they have a spot for you. I'm assuming,
Absolutely. Absolutely. So man, we'll see, man. I just don't, I
Hmm.
don't like it. So another topic you brought to me, man, you was like, man, we got to talk about this one. And I know Stacks in the back looking like, yo, I want this album to happen, man. And this a potential album that Hit Boy said that could be in the works
Right.
with Jay and Nas.
Right.
So what are your thoughts, man? Do you think that this album should happen? Do you think it's going to happen? Do you think Hit Boy just throwing some stuff out there? What do you think?
I think right now, I think it's going to happen. I think they've grown up. They obviously gotten past whatever beef that they had. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z's a billionaire. Nas is right on his way to being a billionaire. So they speak the same language. They're both from New York. You know what I'm saying? And I get that hip hop is competition and rap is competition. We get all of that. You know what I'm saying? But when you evolve to another level and you see your brother, it's almost like, your brother who, like, that's my brother, but I can't stand him sometimes. That is the, like, kind of the relationship that Jay and Nas has, as brothers. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I'm like, to me, I think it's a good time for this type of album. It's a lot of celebratory things, happening for both those guys. Both those guys are making some great moves.
Yeah.
And I think an album like this, I think lyrically they'll push each other to perform at their best. So if you really, are into, like, man, the lyricism, you know what I'm saying, the flow and things like that. I think, this will be, a really good album. You know what I'm saying, that you can keep going back and just listening to and let it flow. And I think it'll be one of them things where it'll just flow. So you just let it play. You know what I'm saying? Smoke a nice cigar. You know what I mean? For real, have a drink on deck and keep it moving.
I'm be honest, man. I'm torn because part of me, I don't know if it will work. I'll be honest with you. I don't know if a Jay and Nas album will work. Because if you think about the singles that we got from them, we got Black Republican, which is a pretty solid joint. We just got the new joint that just came out. Sorry, Not Sorry. I think that was solid. Flat. A lot of people, a lot of haters out there don't like the verse itself. They don't like the song. They think that Khaled could have done better with the beat, etc. I think the expectations are so high for Jay and Nas, where the album would have to be damn near like flawless. Production, lyrics, because that album would be ridiculed so much by a bunch of people who think they know hip hop and over critique hip hop. I saw a posting say that she would rather have a Distant Relatives 2 album. Man, give me Distant Relatives 2 any day. And that Distant Relatives 2 was Distant Relatives 1 was on Nas and Damian Marley. And I saw them in live concert at the House of Blues. The reason I saw them in a concert, man, that was probably the best concert I've seen in my life. And it was just, that whole album to me was slept on, but I'm not going to hold y'all. But that album was like phenomenal. So I'm glad Nick, shout out to Nick for acknowledging that. Because some albums like that, I think they mesh better because it's more organic. I don't know if a Nas and Jay album is truly organic. I'll be honest with you. I mean, think about it. Do you think it'd be organic? How do you think that would work? Do you think it'd fit?
But you know what? I think, I'm saying with them, coming from a time period where when you did an album, it wasn't, sing your verse in, sing your verse. I think, they would do it together because I think they would want to do this well. And the reason I think they will want to do this well, that's why I think, it would be good. But I don't think, like, you're not going to go back in time and get, Rock La Familia, Illmatic. It's not going to be an album.
No, I'm not going to get that.
You know what I mean? It's going to be more of a grown man type of move. It's going to be like a boss move type of thing. You know what I'm saying? But they're going to talk some politics. They're going to talk some business. They're going to drop some gems on you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason I would personally want the album in with Hit Boy. You know what I mean? Bro, on the production. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to like that because, Hit Boy's dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? He has a good ear. I would say put a couple other producers in there, not Khaled. You know what I mean? No offense, but not Khaled. You know what I'm saying? But, and there won't be any overproduced records in this one. You know what I'm saying? And I think, I just think it would be good because I just think where they're at mentally right now, and they probably like, man, I guarantee you when they talked, and I know they talked about it, they're probably like, man, we should have been done one of these. You know what I'm saying? So better
Right.
late than never. But you see rock and rollers do this stuff all the time.
All the
You
time.
know what I mean? So let's do it for hip hop. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I agree with you. Tay Song, you hit on the head. I think something like this, it has to be documented. It has to be
Yeah.
a documentary.
You
It
want to
has to
see
be
that?
done the right way. It has to make sense. Both of those guys, they're really they put in there. Of course, Stats had to hop on. Of course, Stats gonna jump on, and he got the Yankee fitted.
This is the Mets. I'm a Mets fan. Fuck the Yankees. So I can put that out there.
Man, that is a Mets fan. I mean, that's a Mets. Damn. I didn't see that. That's not the original Mets, though, man. You gotta have the color.
It's the black on white joint. I got the orange joint. If you want me to throw that on real quick, I got the blue and orange joint.
You know, Mets is in Shea Stadium in Queens, New York, right? That's in here, no there.
It's actually here and there. But continue.
But Nick got a point. Premier, you can go get Primo producing a Nas and Jay album will make so much sense. You got to get Primo. You probably got to get Swizz in there. You probably got to get one of Swizz, not one of his hyper beats, but one of Swizz laid back beats. If you go back and listen to some of the other joints that Swizz made for both of those guys, he can create something that can blend well. You got to get someone like that, of that ilk, even a Dr. Dre. You got to get like someone of that cloth.
I would, you know what, for an album like that, I would like to see, some of the great all-star producers get a beat on that.
Ain't no other way, Mark.
I would like to see it.
Yeah.
If you have Jay-Z, first of all, I want to say that I would not want it to happen, and I'm going to tell you why. And I don't know, it's for some reason the critics from this song on Khaled CD, it just rubbed me the wrong way. I talked to Shawn about I dig this. I dig the track simply because it was boss talk. You got Nas and Jay-Z talking their shit. Somebody was I sent an IM to our chat group about the people that was highly critical of the cryptocurrency Scarface line that Nas said. So the guy on Twitter said I turned it off when I heard that. I was heated. I'm thinking to myself like, are y'all that slow? Do y'all not know that this man has made a fortune off of cryptocurrency? I mean, y'all just want to rap about I guess they want him to rap about birds and selling drugs. Right. Those guys, what people really have to understand, those guys aren't on that type of time. They ain't been on that type of time for a while. So they're gonna rap about boss shit and everything that they've accumulated. They're gonna both of them on some conscious shit now. Right. The reason I don't want it to happen because I know that they would make it great. I think they would take their time and do it and get those all-star producers, but people will still talk shit about it. It could be a masterpiece. It could be the best duo rap album of all time. People are still going to be critical because for some reason, fucking people hate success. For some reason, they like for some reason people will really criticize Black excellence, and that shit is really crazy to me. Like, what could you say about? You got to be a special kind of asshole if you that critical of Jay-Z and Nas on the track. These guys have been feuding for all this long time, and now, you know what? I really don't think blah 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 blah. And I just don't want to hear. I fucking probably lose and punch somebody in the face and shit like that.
So I don't criticize everything. They criticize everything. Like I remember when Thrones came out with Jay-Z and Kanye West, and they tried to kill that album. That album was pretty good to me. You know what I'm saying?
Like, me and Shawn joke a lot about the Nas and Jay-Z shit, but at the same time, me and him was on the same page as far as the feedback from this track.
Yeah,
that shit to me should be celebrated. That's kind of like a celebration of their careers, but people looking down on it. So, I would love for it to happen, but at the same time, I would hate the criticism that it would draw, the backlash and all that shit.
Because of the artists because of their work, their body of work, I think you have a lot of artists out there that envy them. So it comes out in a different way. You even have like you had Star from the Star on some Star show, and his whole rant about the song was he calling DJ Khaled a culture vulture, and he was talking about colorism in the video. So he was picking apart this video, just creating these different things. And the crazy thing about, like I was talking behind the scenes about this last week, I think with the song embodied where they are currently. They're telling you, like, look, I'm about to make another Billy. I just sold, Title. Did y'all not see that? Nas made the joint like, yo, by the time the song is over, I just invested in another investment. Like, they're talking about shit they're actually doing. But again, the audience or the people out there who are listening nowadays, they'd rather for you to talk about popping pills. Like I said it one time on the podcast about a month ago. I said, yo, we try to come at y'all with some uplifting and power stuff. Y'all don't want that.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Same type.
Yeah, y'all want Merv to come out here and spill his guts, because we know Merv is fucked up. We know that. And y'all want him to come out here and talk about his fucked up life.
Yeah, exactly. Consistently fucked up at that.
Right, and we give it to y'all. We give y'all want. It's Star. That was Star. Nick Star was the one. Star from Star and Buck Wild. He was like really shitting on the record, and I think Star still got beef with Jay. A lot of these guys who I've heard say negative things, a lot of them had either beef with Jay or beef with Nas or beef with both. Even Choke No Joke, he really went in. He did like an hour rant on Jay to the point it's like getting personal. Like he was going personal. Even Gilly out of Philly, was making comments. So I mean, I think with this album, if they do it, I'll be surprised. For one, I'll be surprised if they do it. It has to be right for them to do it. They don't just jump into things just to jump into it, because it would have been done if that was the case. I think that in this situation, if they do it, it's going to feel right and it's going to make sense for them to do it. I hope they don't, because I don't want to see the backlash for two great legends that we do have. Probably the only two that's remaining, to be quite honest, out of that top 5 Dead or Alive. There might be only two that's still relevant and still standing tall, and stood the test of time. For us to have a conversation about Jay and Nas right now in 2001 is ridiculous. Let's keep it a buck. It's ridiculous to be talking about these guys on that level. They went through the big era. They went through the Pac era. They went through Wu-Tang. They went through all these different eras of hip hop when hip hop was in its golden age. To the big shift that we saw in hip hop, and they're still relevant. We're still talking about them.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. I hope they don't do it. If they do an EP. Do 6 songs. Give us 6 songs, and let's just rock out to that.
Like a video joint, like a day in the life type, where they filming in different locations and shit like that. Then you put it on a
yeah.
But I'm like, man, I like when they show them, talking to like younger guys, and this is just not just hip hop, just for athletes. They talking to for other business people. And they're just showing them talking to these young guys, and you see them dropping gems to them. Like I seen a Jay-Z interview with Chris Paul, and this is when Chris Paul was like, yo, do I stay with the Clippers, for 200 mil, or do I do this or whatever? And Jay is kind of navigating them through that. I just thought that was dope. You know what I'm saying? And, seeing Nas talk to, some of these young stars coming up in rap, just, kind of just letting them know, like, yo, don't lose sense of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, this business can get crazy at times, but you will always be you. You know what I'm saying? And don't lose sight of that. I'm just like, I just think the gems that they drop, you know what I'm saying, particularly, for it to, the generation, for real, a little bit behind them. I was just like, man, how can you not salute that? Like, people don't salute that, I think, are haters. That's that's all I have to say. Like, your father didn't love you. Nobody gave you a
right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And that was it. Right. You know what I mean? And that's why you so mad.
Absolutely.
You just ignorant as fuck. I'm still pissed off. I told you to this day, Shawn, I'm still pissed off about the cryptocurrency shit. Our motherfuckers was like, what is he talking about? Motherfucker, you ignorant. Do your research.
Yeah,
do your fucking research.
Because they didn't understand the setup line to that cryptocurrency line. He had the setup line to that, and he finished off. Like, what do you want, man? Like, what do you want? This guy said, basically, I'm just cryptocurrency Scarface. Like, come on, man. Come on, let's get right, people. Let's get right.
Right, absolutely.
I'm smart, then y'all run away. But I come back when I talk. Y'all come back when I talk about Ye. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's saying. I try to sound smart, and y'all run away. But when I talk about Ye, y'all come back. Come on, man. Let's get right. So we about to hop into our fast five. Yo, Stacks, don't go.
No, Marc 5.
I'm sorry.
Marc 5.
Copyright.
Marc 5. We're going to our Marc 5. That's why I ain't going to see y'all the first weekend. How about that?
Marc ain't no first weekend. Yo, so Stack, stand by because we're about to get into the main topic shortly after that. All right, we're going to go into the Marc 5 and come back for this main topic, man. Bring the smoke back with you. All right, peace. So Marc, let's go ahead and get into it, homie. Marc 5, man. Shoot, let's start with the NBA. NBA race heating up. What you got?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, right? The favorite to win this MVP is Nikola Jokic. His numbers are outstanding. You know what I'm saying? He's played great all year too. And he's played all the games. He ain't been hurt. You know what I'm saying? You know, and they've moved up. They moved from 8th place all the way up to 4th. They were 3rd for a while. I think the Clippers have overtaken them, so it's like a battle between that. Embiid, he's been dominant. He's just missed some games. You know what I'm saying? That's going to hurt him a little bit. Steph Curry has came on, you know what I mean, came on fire for like the last month. So is Russell Westbrook. But let's talk about the guy who ain't getting talked about at all for MVP, and that's Chris Paul. Phoenix was trash literally a year ago. They weren't in any playoff conversation anywhere. You know what I'm saying? They weren't doing anything. You know what I mean? They got hot in the bubble, you know what I'm saying? You know, late, but they weren't doing much. Chris Paul comes there, and now they're 2nd place in the West, and I think you know have the 2nd best record in the entire league overall, next to Utah, who's leading. And let me shout out Donovan Mitchell. He's certainly not being mentioned. I'm like, you know, they've won over 50 games. They have the best record in the league. Giannis is also in the conversation as well. So it's a lot of good players. I'm like, man, you know, it's hard to ignore, you know, Jokic has played well all season. I give him props, but it's hard to ignore what Russell Westbrook is doing. I'm like, man, I mean, his numbers, it's like this guy, in the last month, I think he's averaging like 30, 16, and 15. I mean, that's video game type stuff. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? He's an amazing talent. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give Russell Westbrook his flowers right now. He is an amazing talent. He's a very talented basketball player. Obviously, you want his basketball IQ to pick up some, particularly late in games.
Definitely.
I mean, just from a talent standpoint, it's none better. He's amazing, talented basketball player. He really is. And I'm going to give him his props right now. I think he's that good of a basketball player.
Absolutely. So you also got C Webb. C Webb might be out at TNT, man. What are your thoughts on that, man? C Webb. He's
been a lackluster commentator for years. I mean, just every time he says something, he's like he misses the point. He's late on the point. Like he'll say like Captain Obvious type stuff, and I'm just, you know, like, man, did you see that? Yes, Chris. Yes, we did. We just watched the play. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I'm just like, for a guy who has been, you know, he's been in the basketball spotlight for years, right? He's played a lot of basketball, been an all-star and everything like that. You would think he would have better insight into the game, and he does not. And it's all like, if you didn't know Chris Webber played basketball, you would never think he played basketball by the way he talks about basketball. That's how crazy that sounds.
Yep.
You know,
I agree with that.
I just, you know, he brings no fire, no flair. And I'm just like, man, it's time. I'm like, I'm quite sure it's other people ready to take the spot who are better. You know, they might have not been as great a player as he was.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, he's just lackluster. I don't like, I hate when he calls the Sixers game and I have to sit through it because I'm just like, goodness, this is going to be a long night.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. He's so raw. He never improved his skill set when it
No.
comes to analyzing the game. He's always been the same guy. He's not a color commentator. To
No.
your point, you would never think that he played ball at the level that he played.
Yeah.
Because it tells you his basketball IQ. It tells you that whole timeout situation that he had in Michigan. That might be basketball IQ because he does not display that on his platform. So I mean, we'll see what happens, man. I know TNT, they love the controversy when it comes down to an analyst because they need that for TV. But I don't think Chris Webber is worthy of that at this point in their eyes. So let's see what happens from that, man. Right. He may go someplace else. He may get another shot somewhere. Maybe him and Paul Pierce have a joint show together. We never, get it, joint show together. But anyhow, so we'll see how that work out, man.
Right.
So what do you think about your boy Zion, man? He's getting the hacker Shaq type of treatment right now. He's not getting the calls to back it up. What are your thoughts on that, man?
I'm gonna say like this: Zion's a young player, so he doesn't know how to sell the calls either. Like he doesn't do flopping, and I'm gonna say like this: basketball fans from our era appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not gonna flop. If he gets hit, he just gets hit. You know what I'm saying? But he's not gonna try to sell it. But he gets beat on way too much.
Yep.
And they not the officials aren't calling it because he's usually the biggest, strongest guy on the floor and he's super athletic on top of that. We're not gonna call it for him. Plus, and he's a young superstar too. So he's not like a veteran who understands how to sell it.
Yep.
I'm just like, I feel bad for him because he shouldn't really have to go through this because I'm just like, look, you called everything for everybody else. Why should you have to flop, to get a call? You're the ref. I mean, you've been doing this, for a long time, for like 10, 20 years or whatever. It's a foul, call it. It don't matter if he gets 10 foul calls in a row. Call it, because that's what's supposed to be called.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, he plays with such strength that he plays through a lot of the fouls.
Yeah.
And I don't think he's reached that status where the ref's going to blow that whistle.
No.
Like other superstars get that respect. He's not getting that respect right now. I think he will get it over time, but now people are starting to talk about it. So I can see the refs start to make those adjustments because he's a big guy. He's gonna power through the defender, but it's going to be very, very tough for him. He's going to get beat up a lot.
Yeah.
He has to change his game up. That's all to it, man. Zion's going to have to he's going to have to evolve as a player, as a big man in today's sports, because they're not in today's NBA, because they're not going to give him those fouls. He's going to have to dunk on somebody, make an example here or there, but they're not going to give it to him just easy. So we'll see, man. We'll see what happens with that.
Definitely.
The other one, man, I want to hit you with is your boy, Tristan Thompson, man. The Dirty Mac himself, man. What do you think about
this is a Dirty Mac. This is
Dirty Mac.
A Dirty Mac. He talking about suing chicks. You know what I'm saying? I got the screenshots. I'm like, goodness. I'm like, we don't even know that he even plays basketball anymore. That's how much drama he is in with these women. I'm like, Tristan, listen, this is going to end bad for you, brother. I'm like, you look bad now, but it's going to end bad for you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm just like, listen, instead of committing, just be like, look, I'm having fun. I'm a young guy having fun, and that's it. Right? That way, maybe it'd be less controversy. But he stayed committing to him. I'm just like, dude, you ain't African like Shaka Zulu or nothing. You don't got 8,000 wives or nothing like that.
Right.
I'm just saying, we know him more for this than for basketball. I would not be surprised if he has like a Love and Hip Hop type of show on the way soon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised at all. He might as well capitalize on it because he ain't doing much in Boston. I just watched the Miami Heat Boston game. I didn't even know he was there.
I don't think he's there. Honestly, I think he's not paying attention to basketball at all, man.
No.
He's out here wilding out, man. More power to the brother, man. Hopefully he can get out of that whatever headspace he's in. But more power to him, man. Good grief, he in trouble. He's in some trouble.
Absolutely.
The last one we got, man, Marvel announces is Phase 4 slate. Man, when I saw this last week, I almost lost my mind. Marvel has a lineup coming for your head top. I mean, we got Loki coming up next month. We got Blade coming in the future. We got they even talked about the Black Panther 2. Wakanda Forever. So I'm interested to see how that storyline is going to go.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of stuff, man, that Marvel got lined up for us, man. That Thor is going to be straight. I can't wait for that Thor to come out. I mean, you know, I'm a huge Marvel fan, man. When I saw this lineup, I was like, whoa, we about to hit overdrive in Phase 4. What are your thoughts, man? How you feel about this lineup coming, man?
Oh man, I'm gonna say like this. Obviously, we're all interested in where Black Panther 2 is going to go. We're all interested in that.
Yeah.
You know, Blade is certainly, you know, caught my attention. Mahershala Ali is an excellent actor. I mean, he really is. But can he pull off, you know, being Blade though? I mean, shoot, because not only do you have to act, you got to know how to move and you got to know how to do this. I'll give you a little background. Mahershala Ali played college basketball for St. Mary's. You know what I'm saying? For some years back. He was like usually the team's best defensive player, so they put him on all the star players back then. He did an excellent job. Yep. So hopefully, you know, he's kept himself up. You know what I'm saying? But playing Blade is going to be rigorous. It's going to be rigorous. I mean, it's going to be a lot of training. And you're following Wesley Snipes, and Wesley Snipes is a true martial artist. I mean,
one of the greatest of our time. One of the greatest actors of our time. Let's one of the greatest actors of our time.
He don't mess around with that stuff. He really takes it serious. You know what I mean? And he really, is in tune, you know what I mean, with keeping himself right and everything like that. I mean, Wesley on his off time back in the day just used to go and pick fights with people. It's just what he did. You know what I mean? To keep himself sharp. Like that's how crazy you have to be, you know what I'm saying, to be able to pull this character off. So I'm just like, I'm like, man, but they said Wesley is behind the scenes on this. They said he will have some type of role in this movie. So hopefully, he's sharing some gems with Mahershala Ali. And just like, this is how I did it. I'll show you a couple things or whatever, and then boom, you go ahead and pull it off the way you're supposed to. So hopefully that relationship is happening.
Man, I hope they use Wesley as the new Whistler. I hope they use him as like a Whistler role where he's training, the new Blade to be Blade and how to be Blade. I think that'll be a dope take on it if they go that route. But they may just go a whole different route and be like, yo, this is a whole reboot. This is who Blade is in this particular universe, and that's what it is. I think Ali can pull it off. I seen him play in movies where he bulked up. He was kind of bulked up in remember he played in Predators. The Predators. He had a small role there, but it was a pretty decent role. I think that he has the aura to pull it off. Wesley, I think Blade 1 and Blade 2 is one of my favorite, movies of all time. Superhero movies of all time. Part 3, not so much, or part 1 and 2 is phenomenal. But I think that with Marvel, they're gonna do it the right way. They're gonna give us what we need. I can't wait, man. Marvel is killing it. Let's wait for Loki. Loki's gonna come out in June. And then after that, Spider-Man come out.
We can talk about that.
Yeah, we're talking about that. Yep. Spider-Man come out later on this year. You got the Eternals coming out. Thor.
I'm interested in that though. The Eternals. I'm talking to some of my comic book guys, and they're kind of giving me the backstory, and I'm like, oh wait a minute, I might have to check this out.
It's going to be bananas, man, because they're going to talk about early Thanos in that movie, possibly. Rumors that they're going to talk about early Thanos. They just signed what's his name, Russell Crowe, to the Thor 4 movie. So Russell Crowe is going to play Zeus in Thor 4. They're talking about casting some dude for Hercules. It's going to be, I can't wait. Marvel is going the right way. Matter of fact, they just released the Venom trailer today. Venom Let There Be Carnage with Woody Harrelson in Carnage.
Yeah, so I'm going to talk to all y'all guys about that because I think, Sony owns, that particular movie. And I know I'm just trying to see if, are they going to try to work it in somehow? So hopefully, I mean, them and Disney get on the same page. It could work.
They did, because even on the trailer today, they put in association with Marvel.
Okay.
So they're blending the actual universes.
Okay, good.
Sony needs them. Tina asking about She-Hulk. She-Hulk is coming out this year. I think it is this year.
Is that a series? Is that going to be a movie
on Disney Plus?
Okay, all right.
Disney Plus is coming out.
I'm in.
So Mark, we got people coming backstage, man. We're about to get wrapped up for the main topic, man. I know everybody can't wait for that. I put some feelers out there. Before I get to it, I do have a save round for you, because I want to get your thoughts on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I know you feel a certain way about this person, but your girl, man, Nicki Minaj, about to come out with this. Says she got a song coming out this week.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, man?
Man, I'm just like,
feeling, man.
Nicki, I'm gonna tell you. Here's the thing, right? Sometimes she drops something and it's hot, and then sometimes it's a miss. But Nicki can rap. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she's lyrically she can go. It's just that I think when she takes her time and actually does something, it comes out good. I think when she rushes things, that's when you get stuff that just, you threw this together too fast and we ain't feeling it. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna say like this: Barbs, don't come for me. You know what I'm saying? Because the bar is the Beehive, then the Barbs. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They will come for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We already know. You know what I mean? For KB and Merv is leading the Beehive. You know what I mean? But I'm quite sure the Barbs have a leader too. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know how true this is, but I heard that Merv is half Beehive and half Barb.
Oh wow!
And I think KB is also a Barb too. So look, at the end of the day, your homies, y'all do y'all, man. I'm not from that cloth, but Merv told me that he was also part of the Barbs, and he considered himself as a Barb. I had no response.
But
I was like, okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. But one thing I will say with Nick though, like if she can do stuff like when she jumps on, because she's all about New York though. Like all the new rappers from New York, she jumps on everybody's remix, right? Every single one of them, right?
Yeah.
If she can get some songs like that though, oh man, you know what I mean? She be ready. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, man, you talk about the boy Sada Baby, ASAP Ferg, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? For she had records, with a lot of those guys, Rowdy Rebel. So I'm just saying, I would like to see Nick really getting her bag, getting that New York street bag. You know what I'm saying? Getting that bag right there. Because that's the bag I think she works best at.
Absolutely. So, man, you ready to get into the shits, man? We got people popping in, things that went to double digits.
Backstage.
Let's hop into it, man. So
loaded right now.
It's loaded right now, man. We got a couple of rounds in the chamber right now. We're about to hop into it. So let's go ahead and get into that Escape versus SWB bag, man. Stacks, you out there? Come on in, man. Come on in, Stacks.
Stacks is back. You know what I'm saying? Talking verses,
man. Stacks home, man. Hashtag Stacks home, man. Leave my homie out, man. He's back. And I'm about to add someone else on. This is the other Nick. This is Nicole. Out of Jersey by way of Charlotte. Nicole is one of the members of the Lovers that's coming soon to y'all head top. And Nicole wanted to hop on and give y'all her take on the versus battle as well. Nicole and her husband was wilding out Saturday night listening to verses. They got into a bad argument. The kids got into an argument. They said that Nicole didn't know what she was talking about because she was saying that the Men in Black song was the best song that she's heard ever in the history of songs.
Stay lying. First of all, hello everyone. Saturday was my 11th year wedding anniversary.
Congrats.
So,
Congrats.
Black love, marriage thing.
Love.
We actually had a concert in the living room.
There you go.
Black love. That's the only way to do it. SWV versus Escape on your 11th anniversary. So congratulations on that. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I took the liberty today. I could not find the big list. So I had to start putting everything up. I know Stacks had some strong opinions on the battle. Stacks and I was actually typing the same stuff on Saturday night. So I'm glad I got somebody on my side. I got Tay-Son in the back on standby just in case it gets crazy, because I know Marc has a different has a different opinion, and I know Nicole has a different opinion as well. So before we get into it, Nick, I want to start with you. What was your overall thoughts of the battle? Did you think this battle was worthy enough to be an actual battle?
Absolutely. I feel like it was worthy enough. Both groups are classic legend female groups, in my opinion. We all grew up on them. And I think they both did great. They looked good. They sounded good. And it was definitely deserving of a versus. I enjoyed it.
How about you, Stats? You think it was worthy of, a good battle that we got? Do you think that was like a very good battle setup?
Yeah, absolutely. Timeless groups, as Nikki said. I enjoyed it, but at the same time, it made me kind of sad because we talked right before we came on the air. We was backstage, and it's where are the female groups at? Where are the R&B groups at in general? It seems like we haven't seen them in almost 2 decades. So it was really nostalgia. It was really good nostalgia. It took us back to all of us in the same age bracket. It took me back to high school, middle school, and stuff like that. A couple of songs on there, remind you of a old flame or something like that. So it was really good. It was some feel good shit for grown and sexy folks such as ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I felt about it.
Why you change your voice up?
Come on, man.
He got his R&B voice on.
R&B
voice on.
People don't know that Stax is actually a singer, so I ain't gonna hold him on that. People don't know that.
Right. I'll give the people something one day. Once you gotta it's a pay-per-view joint.
You gotta pay for that one. You don't get that for free.
You gotta subscribe to the guys.
You gotta subscribe to
the pay joint, to the pay content. We accept PayPal, we accepting Zelle, Venmo, all that shit, man. It's coming soon.
Man, Bitcoin too.
All that. Cryptocurrency.
Right.
Absolutely. Yo, Marc, how did you feel about it, man? Do you think this lived up to the hype that was building up to it?
I think so, man. Because it started slowly build, but then once we got past the last verses, then you could focus on which was coming up next. That's when it really started to build, and they started, even on the radio, they would throw in an Escape song, they throw in an SWV song, and then it's just like, yo, you know what? I'm playing my own shit. And then you start playing it, and you just you kind of surprised at how many good records that they had.
Right.
You forget, and I'm talking both groups had some really good records, right? So once you got to the verses and they start playing all these joints, you just that's how crazy it was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think I think the build up, was right, but I'm just I think it matched, what was building up. I think it was just really, really, a fun time. You know what I'm saying? That was a good 2-3 hours well spent. You know what I'm saying? I like the DJs too. Shout out to Spin. Shout out to the boy A1. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They played some nice records too, man. But I was just I think they did it. I think both groups did a good job with these playlists. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Now I didn't think we got that with the Red and Meth joint. DJ Scratch needed help. But I think we got the playlist right, you know what I mean, with these ones. So I enjoyed all the music. Everything that was played, it wasn't you was in a vibe pretty much the whole time. So I felt it.
Okay.
Bringing in Spin was a nice touch too, man. Shout out to Spin.
Yes, Spin was nice. Spin was nice. So let's get into the rounds, man. So Nick, round 1, Escape had Live in Vain versus Coco. Coco went directly to one of her solo bags, right? With I don't even think it's her song. I think that's just the song with her, Fantasia. I want to say that's Faith Evans' song, right?
Yeah, it's a Faith Evans song.
Featuring them.
That's what I thought too. Yeah.
Do y'all think that was the right song to lead out with? Because this is Escape versus SWV, and she came out the gate with a feature. What do y'all think about that? What do you think about that, Nicole?
I mean, I was surprised that she started out with a feature, so I definitely did. I gave that round to Escape. I feel like she should have started with one of their joints to start out with. So I wasn't expecting that one at all. I mean, I knew features were going to be played and they should be played, but not to start it out.
Right.
Start out right with that one.
Right. Mark, did you think this was the right way to go? Because Escape came out, again, this is not a heavy Escape song, right? And I think that, when you use someone else's record, no matter if you're a feature on there, I'm not a big fan of that. Because this is a versus. You got to pull out your own bag.
Yeah.
Pull out your bag. Stop pulling out someone else's bag because you're featured on it. So y'all talk to me, man. What y'all think about that one?
I did real quick. I ain't gonna take that long, Mark. I didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that that she went with a feature right off the bat, and it might be a reoccurring theme, but I gave Escape that round based on that alone. Like you said, Shawn, it's not a heavy hitter. Is My Living in Vain is not a heavy hitter, but I mean, you coming out the gate with a damn feature. Stop it, SWV. Do better.
Right.
Yeah. I'm like, man, I think, to be honest, I'm like, I don't even think this is one of Coco's best features. I think she had better.
Right.
So
right.
I was just like, I'm like, you're going to give me a feature. Give me something better than this one. You know what I'm saying? Right. I gave that first round of Escape as well. I thought they started out 1-0. You know what I'm saying? My friend who I was with, you know what I mean? She was just like, yeah, that's the Clark sisters joint. Da, 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 da. I don't know nothing about that, but she schooled me on something. So I was just like, all right, cool. But I thought Escape had that. You know what I'm saying? It looked like they was ready. You know what I'm saying? So I gave Escape first round.
And Billboard gave Escape first round as well. So that was pretty much the consensus on that one.
Right.
I think she probably started maybe Coco because I think they kind of know the track list for each other ahead of time, and they both started out with a gospel song. So
okay,
I had to get her gospel bag.
Right, that. And I think they put a plan down.
Yeah. Yeah.
So round 2, Escape came back with Feel So Good versus SWV and Missy. Can we? So Nick, what do you think about that one?
Oh, I gave that to SWV. Can we? That's Missy. You can't go wrong with that one.
You really can't.
Yeah.
How you had that one? I got one more coming on.
Ow, hey.
Hey, sis. Hey,
Chauncey in the building.
How y'all doing tonight? She ready. She's
good.
So ready.
Dragged up. Chauncey, you gotta send me that backdrop. I need that backdrop for my whiz, man. She would love something like that.
Yeah, she fly. She fly.
Yeah, IJ, if you watching, Chauncey going to send that directly to you. You ain't got to say anything. She's just going to send it. So yeah, we need that in her office.
Since he put me out there, I'm gonna send him the link.
We need that in her office. Yeah, we got you. Yo, so we on round 2 right now. We on round 2.
Cool. Can we get Chauncey's round 1 real quick?
Yeah, Chauncey, let's go back to round 1. Who did you give round 1 to? You give
hands down Escape.
Escape.
Am I living in vain? Hands down.
Okay. Yeah,
one hell of a harmony, one hell of a vocal from them. They took it. I give them that.
Yeah.
Okay. Good deal. So let's go back to round 2. So the round 2 was a little bit. I thought round 2 was closer. Stacks, you didn't give us your thoughts on round 2. What do you think about round 2?
Round 2, I'm gonna get up on this SWV. I mean, can we? Was that on? Seemed like that was on a movie. Was that on a movie soundtrack?
Booty Call, I want to say.
Yes.
I think it
was that Booty Call? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna give SWV that round, but I had it close as well. But I'm gonna give it SWV that one, man. That was a nice record.
I think with that one is a sneaky one because I think that you can't go wrong with Missy and SWV, right? It's almost like a cheat code. You put Missy out there. What can you do? Like if you are Escape, you got to eat that one. You got to eat it. Who was that?
Okay.
That's Tina.
We got to rewind again. Y'all mean Tina? Y'all mean your round 1? Y'all mean what you think?
Tina, we haven't gotten to on the Men in Black joint yet, so we're on round 2 right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yo,
but we want to go to this round one.
I'm not
We're gonna
doing
get
this
into
tonight.
round one.
So Tina, we go back to round 1 real quick. Round 1. So far, everyone selected Escape on round 1. Is My Living in Vain versus Coco. With really Faith featuring Coco, Fantasia, and Lil Mo and Doubt Me. So, which one do you have for this one?
Wait a minute.
Your sound.
Damn, Mike.
I said I'm biased.
Oh, come on. Don't be biased. Be for real.
I go off of who gives me chills, and Escape don't give me chills. They're good, but they don't give me chills. Plus, we already know.
I don't know. Am I Living in Vain gives me chills.
Word. I love that. Am I
He
Living
said
in
I'm
Vain?
biased.
Yeah, the song itself give me chills when the Clark sisters sing it. Never, ever when Escape sang it has it gave me chills.
Okay. Got you.
So,
SWV want to choose SWV for every single one. When she said I'm biased, I'm like, oh, it's a rap.
Yo,
I feel like I don't know. I like Escape, but y'all hold on. Y'all already know I don't like R&B like that, right? So to hear all those ballads is not for me.
But at least SWV got more bumping hits than Escape. Escape got the ballads. Escape does the ballad thing very well.
Escape, I can't do all the ballads. I can't.
Escape, they don't knock in my trunk.
They look nice.
The look was amazing.
Yeah.
They were all over the place. So, let's stay right here. So, round 3. Round 3. Escape came back with really a Key Sweat song, Am I Dreaming, versus All Night Long. My vote goes to Key Sweat any damn week.
Landslide.
That's a landslide.
Landslide.
Am I Dreaming is ridiculous. But Nick, how did you rate this one? Where did you go with this one?
I gave that to SWV.
Oh.
I like All Night Long better than that In My Dreaming song.
Ugh.
Yeah. I that one's in my playlist.
Okay.
Chauncey, how you going with this one?
SSWWV. Yo, All Night Long. Yo, I'm sorry. I love Key Sweat. Don't get me wrong, but no, SWV took that hands down. Done deal.
Marc, where you came from with that one? Which one you rolling with?
I also went SWV. You know what I'm saying? I also went SWV, man. You know what I'm saying? I like, yo, that.
That's from the Wait Until Excel soundtrack too, isn't it?
I'm like, man.
Classic soundtrack. I mean, that is beating a lot of songs.
You know what? Stacks, I'm gonna have to go on their side, man. You're right. That Wait Until Excel soundtrack.
It's just one of the best soundtracks.
I'm sorry,
Stacks. Classic soundtrack.
I'm sorry,
Stacks. You can't.
You're right. I agree.
Marie caved the fucking peer pressure and switched up on me.
Was All Night Long?
Go ahead.
You ain't want to be in the car, y'all need one of them Waiting to Excel songs came on because you was getting the side eye.
Right.
I'm trying to tell you, I got that side eye plenty of times. It's not cool. Trust me.
Yo, was All Night Long written by Babyface?
Yes, Babyface.
Yes.
Produced everything, that whole album.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
You want to change your vote?
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry,
I think he already did.
I'm sorry, Stats.
You asking me if I'm gonna change my vote or Shawn?
I changed my vote.
The turn.
10 seconds.
That's
you didn't realize that was the Wait Until Excel soundtrack.
It hit me. I remember it hit me. So I got to go with that. I got you. Stacks, why did you go with the Key Sweat joint?
Right, because
you're on your own right now.
Key Sweat, old school, the way that thing came on, man. The way it just came on. I can give y'all those bars, but I ain't gonna give y'all that, man. But I'm sorry, man.
No,
I don't know. It's the entire song for me, man. I'm sorry. I mean, it's. Ooh, I want to break out in the song, but damn.
Go ahead, Stacks.
I just love that. I just love that song. The way it came on. The way SWV rocked it out on their little part or whatever, and Keith Sweat just ended it all, man. You know, so
okay.
Yeah, I love that song, man. That's on my playlist, Nikki. Yeah. My damn playlist.
That's getting it personal, man. Taking it personal. But I'm sorry, I had to go there, Stacks. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So round 4, Escape came back with "What's Up" versus SWV, "When You Cry." I'm gonna start with you, Mark. Which one you have for this one?
I'm going SWV again. You know, seriously, I got that "When You Cry" joint was dope. You know what I'm saying? And then just how they gave love to DMX. You know what I mean, for real, before the joint.
Yeah.
I was just like, man, you know, this was you know what I mean, for I think their sophomore album. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just, you know, I like this record. You know what I mean? I just like that record. You know, something about that record, man. You know, and I like that. I mean, "What's Up" too, but if you know what I mean, for the round though, I still gotta go SWV.
How about you, Chauncey? Where you had? Where do you go for this one?
You already know. You don't even have to ask. SWV. It's "When You Cry." Like what we talking about here? Like, like, you know, I think I heard the Escape song "What's Up" like maybe twice. Like I don't even know. Like
I think that's a B-side song. That's a B-side song.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? That's the one you skip on the album. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like but "When You Cry," it rocks. It's on your mixtape. It's on everything. It's on the tape you sent to your boo when you was 14. Like, come on, like stop playing. Like, it's on everybody's tape.
Nick, where did you go with this one?
I went with SWV too. When You Cry is a classic song.
Let's actually discuss it right now.
That's like, let me just start drinking now.
It's not, I don't even think you can find "What's Up" on Apple Music, honestly.
I was looking for it today. Yeah. And I couldn't find it. So Stacks, where did you go? Did you go with Escape on this one?
No, I went with SWV simply because, like y'all say, "What's Up?" I mean, I don't even know why they sung that shit, to be perfectly honest with you.
I don't know. Yeah.
So I went with SWV on that because I'm non-biased.
I think Candy picked that one. I think Candy picked that joint.
Candy picked a lot.
Yeah, Candy probably
the whole list,
all your songs.
Oh,
Candy's in charge of that for sure.
Yeah. From everybody saying the whole damn list.
Yeah, she was in charge.
Yes. All right. So round 5 is starting to get. That's when they start picking up a little bit more. So now Escape came back with "The Arms of the One Who Loves You" versus SWV "Downtown." That was a tough one. That was a tough round, in my opinion.
Downtown, my nigga.
Man.
I went with Escape only because Coco don't even like to sing Downtown. She gives them a hard ass time performing that song. She like refuses to perform it. So I'm surprised it even made the list. So I went with Escape on that one.
Wait, you picked Escape because Coco don't like.
Yeah, I mean, she put it on there because she had to.
She sang the hell out of it. She sang like she been downtown.
Yeah, but she don't even like to sing it. She don't even like to perform that song. She takes it out of their live performances and everything. Yeah. So
could it be because
she don't like it? I don't like it either.
You know, when people cross over to holiness, it's certain things they can't even do.
Yeah, I get it. So I was surprised it was on there. I honestly was surprised because she was so adamant about never wanting to perform that song.
Cuts out a lot of songs out of.
Can't hit them notes no more, son.
Yeah. No, she can still hit those notes. Don't say that. She don't like to sing songs like that no more.
Taking some shots, you know, some little shots. That's all.
So I picked Escape because I wasn't expecting to see that song, and I'm just sticking with what I was going with originally.
I'm surprised.
Good job that time.
Went that route as well. I'm surprised it went that route. I'm sure Mark had to go Downtown, right? Mark, you had to pick Downtown.
Of course, yo. You know what I'm saying? Of course I'm gonna go with that. Because this young man.
Wait, the wording on that.
Of course I gotta go. Of course I gotta go with that. I'm gonna tell you why, man. This song changed the game for the ladies. Like it was a game changer type shit because chicks would actually use this on niggas. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, for real, like, yeah, you know, like this is a game changer. And anytime a game changer comes in, like seriously, like, yo, like, damn, you know what I mean? That's how you
that's
do
when
it.
guys was like, yeah, I'm about to start eating some pussy.
You got to do that shit.
Merv would be very proud, Tina.
Merv said, man, that was my joint. Merv said that was my excuse.
That's where I learned. That's the song that pushed.
Yeah, but it was definitely a game changer. I ain't even lying. You know? Seriously, definitely a game changer.
So I'm gonna go to round 6, and I'm gonna kick it to Chauncey on round 6. So round 6, Escape had to go with Keep On Keeping On. It's an MC Light joint with Escape on the hook, and SWV decided to go with Someone featuring Diddy.
Okay.
Chauncey, how did you take this round?
Well, first and foremost, let me mention the fact that Escape didn't even know what soundtrack they on. That's not on Above the Rim. It's on Sunset Park. Okay.
No, it's
on Sunset Park. It's not on Above the Rim. Because Taj was like, "You were on Above the Rim too," and she was like, "Oh yeah, high five." But she knew they weren't on this. It's like, no, that's Sunset Park, honey. So they lost me right then and there when you didn't even know what you were singing the song for.
Yeah.
So song wise, I'll go with SWV. I like Someone. However, MC Light that's MC Light's song. You know, to me, it's her song. It's like, to me, it was featuring Escape.
Right.
To me, it was featuring Escape. So
it was.
But it's a toss up. But I go with SWV, hands down. And then they lost me when they didn't even know what soundtrack it was on. I was like, y'all don't even know why y'all singing this song.
Damn. So Stacks, where are you going with this one? Are you going?
I'm gonna go with Someone on that one.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with SWV on that one. Okay. Over Keep On Keeping On. It was. I like the Someone song over Keep On Keeping On. You know. So I'll give SWV that one.
I don't know how can you rate that round, because that's an MC Light joint. The only thing Escape did.
Stop thinking about MC Light. That's how you rate it.
But
it's features. They do features.
But she made the song. She made the song.
She made the song. Right.
She made the song
without MC Light. Like,
you got to take that away from it, because versus you're allowed to present the songs that you featured on. It doesn't have to be your song only. So you got to take that part away.
They're
on the song.
I'm like, man, now some of them songs wasn't on shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. But Nick, do you think that's the right move to make in the first quarter of the rounds? You're talking about number 6, and you're already in, like, this is your second song in 6 songs where you're like really a feature, and it's not really your song.
I mean, when your catalog is a little limited, that's all you can really work with.
That's all.
Shots fired. Say that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So that's why it came back to, should they have been in the verses? Yes, they should have, but
they're limited.
It was pulling to get 20 songs, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Reaching.
So with that said, Mark, round 7, you got Escape, Work Me Slow, which is one of your favorites, and SWV, Everything I Love. Where did you go with this one?
First thing, I gave round 6 to Escape, because y'all mean Sunset Park soundtrack. That was shit. I played that shit all the time. So, and I gave round 7.
I gave that to Escape too.
I gave round 7 to Escape too. You know what I'm saying? Work Me Slow? Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? They went in on that shit. I like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was with that.
How about you, Chauncey and Stacks? How y'all took that round? Round 7 was interesting.
Round 7 was like a I don't care round. They just
for both or for just
bro. I don't care. It was like I don't care. Either, I mean, both songs to me were like, honestly, they were their mediocre ones. To me, they were like, oh, okay, they're mediocre for both of you. You've both done better. So to me, that was just like an equivalent of throwing out 2 mediocre ass songs. I was like, okay, thank you. I'll listen to it. I'll listen to it.
They knew that.
But I don't have no opinion on it either way. to me, it was like kind of how they played it. It was like, did y'all run this through each other first? Because y'all threw out 2 mediocre songs together.
Yes, I think that's what
y'all in cahoots on this. So I was
vetted this bullshit.
So it's all rehearsed. So I think they definitely
the radio
catalog. Maybe they might not have known the order, but they knew.
Someone did say that in one of the comments in a group comment. They said that Versus is starting to not be as entertaining as it was when people were like, when it was just real, like you was in your house, you was recorded from your house, this and the third. Now it's like a big show, so it's not, they're not really entertained by that anymore.
I can see that. It's not feeling real authentic as it used to.
Right. Yeah. It's a full-on production. I ain't mad because we still getting a free concert.
Yeah,
so I'm not mad at it. It's scripted.
I want you to hold that thought because we had a good conversation behind the scenes about that. So I want you to hold that thought because I want to get it. Once we finish up these rounds, I'm gonna go back to y'all, ask y'all some specific questions around R&B within itself, the music landscape. Marc and Stacks had a phenomenal take behind the scenes on what's going on with the music world right now in comparison to what we remember back in the day. And Nick made a valid point. The catalogs are not as robust as we've seen before. If you think about the Earth, Wind and Fire and Isley Brothers, their catalog was robust.
They could have gone forever.
Think about
they left out songs. They left out songs on purpose.
Right. Babyface can do 2 or 3 more verses and smoke anyone right now.
Yeah.
We get back to that though. Yeah. So hold that thought. So
don't talk about that spanking. You know what I mean? There's no need to bring it up anymore.
Yeah. Who was that? Yo, so who we at? We around 7?
I got Work Me Slow. Both like Chauncey said, both of them songs are
throwaways.
But I got Work Me Slow.
Okay. So now Escape came out with one of the biggest hits, Just Kicking It, versus SWV, You're the One remix. Stacks, where did you go with this, man?
Why you come to me first, man?
Stop it. Go ahead, Stacks.
Hey, this one was fucking tough. To be perfectly, y'all know that meme when you got the dude with the 2 buttons and he's like sweating?
Yeah.
Can I give this one a fucking tie? Because I really want to pick SWV, but I don't because I have a SWV bias panel. But both of these were heavy fucking hitters.
I gave it a tie, Stacks. You weren't alone. I gave it a tie.
Go within your heart.
I'm struggling.
It was a tie in my heart. I love them both.
I got to go with SWV You're the One remix. I have to. Because that song reminds me of 4th of July cookouts in my grandmother's backyard where the families gathered and, that song comes on and, people getting up and dancing and stuff. I distinctly remember that over Just Kicking It, and that's why I'm going to give SWB that round.
Marc, what did you do with that one, Marc?
It's the nostalgia for me.
I went with Just Kicking. That's Escape. Yeah, I went with that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand, like, in the 90s, man, I was always going down to Atlanta. My brother went to college down there, so I had a bunch of people I knew down there. You know what I mean? And, this was just bopping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you would see chicks riding in the Jeep with the top down and the tops be down. Like, you know what I mean? This was that. So I was just like, man, it was just a bop. You know what I mean? And then you set the scene. I was just like, even though I think You're the One is that's the shit, but I'm like, man, Just Kicking It was a vibe, so I go with that.
When this joint comes on, man, it different.
It does hit different. It does.
Yeah, it's
First
dope.
of all, when you play You're the One, they get that was getting played at basketball games, high school basketball games, college
everywhere.
Basketball games.
Everywhere.
That was a summer banger.
Everywhere.
Like,
y'all about to turn me. Fuck.
Ladies, y'all remember
Don't do it, Stacks. Don't do it.
You should have been turned. They singing to you. They sing You're the One. Like, how could you not like it? You're the one. You don't get it? It's a done deal.
The The only thing we did with Escape was remix it. Pick up your key, put on your shoes and grab your keys. Walk on down to the KFC for chicken.
Chicken.
Wow, Tina.
Son.
Yeah.
Wow, Tina. Really?
Hey, people were singing it in the hood.
Yo, so everybody's saying, we kind of split. Some saying SWV, some saying Escape on that round.
Oh no, I'm SWV.
I said a tie. I love them both equally. Yeah.
Yo, y'all
I went with Escape.
Y'all saw what Trey just posted something about skating ring. Yo, I remember those. It was Sunday night when we didn't have school the next day back where I was from, and that just puts you back in that realm with that song.
Skate 22 for us in Jersey.
Yep. Skate 22.
Okay. Skate 22 in Jersey. And the high used to have lock-ins.
Yep.
They used to have
lock-ins. High school had lock-in parties.
The high school had lock-in parties.
Man, so round 9, I didn't like round 9, honestly, because I never liked that song Bills, Bills, Bills. I'm sorry, Stacks. I hate that song. Versus Right Here. You're not beating Right Here. All right.
Hey, like Stephen A. Smith said, let me be very, very, very clear. I don't know what the fuck Escape was thinking.
Yeah, they were strong for that one at that time.
But y'all
can't beat Right Here. It's not like Right Here.
The way I got it listed, so Escape went first. They went first on this one. So they didn't. I don't think they knew, if they didn't plan all of this. I don't think they knew.
Right, because they went first the first half. They were going first. Yeah.
Right. So that's how I got everything typed up here. So they dropped Bills. Because again, Candy wanted to flex a little bit and show that her pin game was one of the biggest songs at that time. And
just wasn't matching up to that.
That shit didn't work.
I'm gonna say like
that was
this,
a bad
right?
choice.
Big record. You know what I'm saying? But
huge record.
I mean, big record, but I'm gonna say like this: Destiny's Child could have been
the people who sung it.
And this song wouldn't have beat no Right Here.
No, you're not. No,
it's not a lot of songs.
Right
here. So,
no,
yeah, that's
like I think this one is unanimous by a landslide.
I mean, this song right here, like, listen, like, yo, you know, I'm talking, first car, fuck you. And I would play this shit. I don't even know if I had a car before I had a license. And I would play this shit in the hood. Like, man. You know what I mean? For real, like, yo.
Don't get me started.
With the Onyx and Mad Face and all that. No, I'm rocking out to this shit. Fuck y'all. Like, seriously, like, that's the way it went.
First of all, they put up a song that's like basically degrading men. Like, I won't fuck with you unless you pay my bills. And then you got they going up against a song that's still reaching out to the fellas, like.
Yeah, which is a bad choice. They didn't know. I don't think they knew that's what was going to be played.
And let's be honest. Bills was a hit. Bills was a hit because Destiny Child was singing.
100%. It's just not a win.
Candy wrote it, but I don't want to hear her sing it.
Right,
man. You say that, Mama. Like, I don't want to hear you sing it.
That was personal for Candy. Candy wanted to let y'all know that her pin game is strong. And she wanted y'all to know that she pinned a monster.
Candy fucked up. You just ain't choose the right song. You know what I mean? Not again. I don't care what you choose.
It was just a bad choice. A song choice. If it would win any other
if it was
they could have played it in round 7, they would have won.
Right. If it was boxing, that was a 10-8 round. That was a haymaker right there. Like like that was a haymaker versus like, damn, I knew this coming. Like that's that right hook that they didn't see coming.
Absolutely.
Little mean body shot. Something.
None. So Chauncey, I'm gonna go to you on round 10. Escape came back with Tonight versus SWV. If only you knew. What are your thoughts on this one? How did this one hit you?
This one was hard for me. But I gave this one honestly to Escape. I'm a fan of Tonight. I'm a big fan of Tonight. I love their vocals on Tonight. And even though Coco kills,
Real fans is handled.
If only you knew. She kills it. It's still a remake. it's not. This is tonight though. Like, I mean, like to me, tonight is for Escape was like one of their like, ooh, y'all can all sing. Like y'all doing this.
No, I look at it as y'all all practice.
They killed it. I'm not gonna lie.
They murdered this. They murdered this.
They not murder it.
They killed it.
They always murder it when they do this song.
I'm going with Escape too, but I feel like it was a strategic plan because Tiny's going through that shit with T.I. and she needed that time to shine.
Absolutely.
Well, I think she would have got that time regardless, because that's what would have been
very
shown.
Strategic move. Yeah. That's why you even heard everybody say, "Play it back, do it again," and they put the camera on her for her.
Because they cut it off too soon. Even SWV said, "Why y'all cut the song off?"
I'm still going with Escape, but I'm still.
Didn't they do an encore that song?
Yeah. I don't even know why they cut that joint short. Like,
wait, was it tonight or was it? Okay, maybe it was tonight.
Oh no, that wasn't tonight that they started.
It wasn't tonight because tonight Candy starts off tonight. It wasn't tonight. It's the only song. Yeah, it wasn't tonight. I'll tell you when I see it. I'll let you. But we're not there yet. That was second round.
Yeah, that was second round. You're right.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say like this. I'm super biased. You know what I mean? I'm super biased because this is Mama Patty right here, Philly all day. Oh so yes, I'm gonna be biased. You know what I mean?
Here we go, Mark. Here we go. We don't have time for this today.
Y'all already know. Y'all mean Philly getting the mix. I'm biased.
Plus, even though
Mark, it's New York versus Atlanta. Calm down, bro.
Hey, y'all.
Calm down. Nobody want a cheesesteak right now. We all ate. Nobody want a cheesesteak right now. We all ate.
And then you gotta understand.
We good.
But you have to understand. Like, this is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Ingrid said it. Do you want to? What's the name of the song?
Yeah, Ingrid was right. It's later on. It's the second round. We didn't.
But like I said, this was one of my favorite songs, like R&B songs all time. So this is. I mean, understand, y'all mean it was a remake, and Coco did her thing with that. But I love this record. So yeah, you know what I mean. I'm going with SWV.
I went with Tonight. I'm not gonna lie. When Tonight come on like this.
Okay, Nick.
Take your time.
Wasn't that the one that Tiny did him do it over? No.
No, that's not it. That's later on. That's
the second half. That's the second half.
I'm still going with Escape on this one because Keke Wyatt did If Only You Knew much better.
Yes, I was going to say you put Keke against Coco. It's a hard.
Keke right, but see, I ain't even
see now y'all open up a can. See now y'all about to open up that Pandora's box because no one look. There's not many women out there, even guys, not messing with Keke. Straight up. So vocal for vocal,
right? Right.
Oh man, I'm gonna say with Keke, I mean, you wish she had better production. That's all I'm gonna say. You wish she had better production.
A little more sanity.
Yeah.
I wish she wasn't an awful rocker.
I like man. I'm with you. I'm like if the best producers from that time got behind Keke, it'd have been a wrap.
This is just another reason why I'm going to give this round to Escape because it was a remake. Of course, I'm taking that away from SWV for it being a remake and for Keke doing it better than them. So that round goes to Escape.
Yeah, a great call out, Tino, on that one. Like Keke is a beast, straight up. If she, don't get me in my
a little touch.
Yeah, she is.
She a little touch.
Very much.
But the men love to shoot her club up.
They cannot. They shoot the club up.
They can't stop. They can't stop.
Pull out game weak as fuck. Pull out game non-existent.
She must be singing in the middle of it. She must be singing while she doing it.
If she hit that high note, that shit tighten up.
Toes curl. They did there with the big head up. They did there like, I can't get out of it.
She's definitely somebody that Merva like toxic and just messing her life up. But so it flipped up. So the second half, that's when they flipped it. So now SWV is going first, and that's when they start putting pressure on Escape. So SW came out with "I'm So Into You" versus
first single.
Let me be honest. I'm gonna give it to
Hold on,
Nick.
real quick. Keep this note right here from Fee.
Yeah.
That played a part in the show too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. So Nick, if I pass it to you first,
son could sing.
Yo.
Coco's son? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He sing like her.
Did they send my side for my salad?
I'm be honest. I'm So Into You. No one is beating I'm So Into You. Not many songs beating I'm So Into You. If you're Escape and that song plays and you have to go after that, you got to take that. Put out whatever you can put out and just hope that it makes sense for the moment. But Nick, Chauncey, what do y'all thought about this round? If you had any thoughts at all.
Let me tell you something. If it wasn't going against I'm So Into You, I like You're My Little Secret. It's a nice little ballad. It's a nice little bop bop. Yeah, but against I'm So Into You, they could have just hummed. Like, you ain't got to do nothing. Just hum. Like, just hum. Don't nobody want to hear you just say nothing. Just hum. Like, just forget it. It's a wrap. You lost. Go home. Take that L. It's a wrap. Like, I'm So Into You. Done. Finish. SWV.
Mm-hmm.
I gave it a tie.
Oh shit!
I love them both
Nikki,
equally.
I said they should have just hummed.
No, I love them both the same. So I gave it a tie.
SWV.
Oh, so when this come on,
I'm jamming, but I'm jamming to My Little Secret equally. I don't have one that I jam to more than the other.
They should have told their little secret to their manager or their producer that they needed a better song to put up against I'm So Into You. That's the secret they should have told.
I'm seeing a lot of
I like upbeat songs, so as soon as you even turn on the beat, I can just be like,
yo, my take that Escape's Little Secret was out because they got bodied in that round by fucking I'm So Into You. I'm sorry.
Man,
and I'm reevaluating who I think won the fucking verses for the first round.
I gave that round to Escape though. My Little Secret.
That's
I gave that to Escape. You know what I'm saying?
That's because you got secret.
Like
side nigga prodigal.
Like Bulls really, had like secret kids and secret families and shit. That shit. That's crazy.
How you taking credibility for yo?
I'm just saying, I mean, this was like Dirty Mac Central right here. Like, I mean, I just
side nigga,
fuck with it.
Side nigga anthem.
You right.
Side nigga anthem.
Right.
Yo,
Candy ass secret.
That you wanna do every time. All right.
Yo, I mean, this was the time. I mean, when like, damn, like I didn't even know Bull was smashing that joint. Like, yeah, this was that time. You know what I'm saying?
That's the only thing Marc got out of that.
Yeah, man, that shit crazy.
Billboard gave that round to Escape too, by the way.
They did. They did.
Yeah, me too.
I'm surprised though.
Wow.
Yeah, I was surprised. Me too.
I'm So Into You was such a monster song.
It was.
And I honestly feel my Little Secret is the B-side song.
With them. You know what I mean? That wasn't even my favorite SWV song. That I don't even know if that cracks my top 5 personally.
But I'm So Into You. That song was like, Chauncey, am I wrong? Like My Little Secret song, like I think it's a B-side song in my opinion. Like I think it's
no, that was a popular song for them. That was a hit.
It was a very popular song for them on that album. Now, I mean, the take of it is, it's like, does it hold up to I'm So Into You? No. Especially if you from the Northeast, definitely not. Like, I don't even want to hear it. I don't want to debate it or talk about it. It's I'm So Into You, period. Like, My Little Secret is a nice little ballad. It's very nice. It's cool. I don't have secrets, so I don't need to sing it. I'm gonna leave that to you, secretive, dirty Mac ass motherfuckers. Y'all can have it. Going back to secrets.
Just for the viewers, she's talking about Marc.
Yeah, Marc.
You know what I'm saying? That's cold. That's cold.
I'm not coming for your head, Marc. I'm just saying. I'm gonna leave that to you. You know, all you people with your secrets. You know, you go ahead and put that on your answer machine. I have heard it on several people's answer machines. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna never call you back. Click. Click. You sound like you got an STD. Click.
Wow.
That's your voicemail message. Your secret is you got something. Click.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh shit.
Good grief. So round 12, they went to Ain't No Man from SWV, and Escape came back with Softest Place on Earth. So Nick, Stacks, what are your thoughts on this round?
I gave that to Escape. Softest Place on Earth, one of my favorite songs by them.
Same here.
Yeah.
The vocals, the harmony, loved it.
That's one of my faves.
That's interesting. I think Escape started to get into a good rhythm.
Yeah.
Started smacking around SWV just a little bit.
Just a little, couple punches.
Thompson, who did you have on this one? Did you have Escape or did you have SWV on this one?
I had Escape on this one. I'm not gonna lie. I had Escape for Softest Place on Earth. I was like, oh, I like this song. This is, this song is cool. You can fall asleep to that. That's really nice. I like this song.
Marc was like, "This round is not for me. This is not in my wheelhouse whatsoever."
Like I don't even stay that. I don't stay that long.
I don't stay that long.
It's no Softest Place on Earth.
Like I don't stay that long. I'm in it out. I don't stay
I'll
that
tell
long.
you. See, that 2 a.m. stuff don't last that long. That 2 a.m. stuff don't last that long. You're in and out.
Marc be like, you got some honeycomb in there? You got some honeycomb syrup I can get real quick.
You know what I mean? This when you walk out and grab the kids' fruit snacks. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know.
You snatching the kids' Oreos on your way out the crib. Like you taking like a handful of Oreos when you leave.
You have a whole bag of Teddy Grahams and shit.
Right. Yeah, you got all the terrible. You know what I mean?
And a can of SpaghettiOs for lunch tomorrow.
Fucking up the damn Capri Suns ain't stand a chance.
Don't mind if I do. You walk out, don't mind if I do, little guy.
Oh shit, she got them overstuffed raviolis. Them coming with me.
Don't mind if I do, bro.
You're terrible, man. I got Escape though. Round 12, I got Escape. Softest Place on Earth. That was it, man. I like that joint. I like that joint right there.
So Stacks, round 13 was very interesting again.
No, it
wasn't. I was Stacks.
Again, Candy going, letting y'all know that she wrote another song. So SWV came out with Use Your Heart, and Candy decided to go with You and That by E40 and T-Pain, which is a horrible song, by the way.
Tina, the roll of Tina's eyes said it all. Candy, Escape was starting to gain a little bit of momentum. Then you will come with this old bull. I like E40. Don't get me wrong. Say that shit for an E40 versus, even though he probably lose whatever anybody played to that shit.
Let me tell you why.
Wait a minute. I love me some E40.
Let me tell you why.
Yeah, You and That shit is kind of wiggity whack to me. I'm sorry.
I'm going with
I ain't gonna hold you.
But Candy did what she did because Escape does not have a large catalog.
If they don't have no song to beat Use Your Heart.
They had nothing to beat Use Your Heart. So
not in that round.
That was a throwaway.
Did as a solo artist. That's the only way they was gonna ride out through this battle. That's the only way. They broke up. They were no longer a group. So they had no choice. But I'm going with SWV.
But Use Your Heart is the shit. Like that record is the shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's when Taj Yami did a thing. Like I thought she was going to do it for us.
Yes.
I thought she was going to do it for hit that note for us on the verses. But she ain't quite do that. But I'm like, yo, I still love the song though. You know what I'm saying? This is one of my favorite songs by SWV all time. I love that.
Let me tell you, Use Your Heart wasn't the focus wasn't on Coco in that song.
No, it wasn't.
It was the first time you heard, what's her name? The other one?
Taj.
Lily.
It was the first time people actually heard her tone and her voice, and that she could actually sing. Like, it was really about her in that song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because that's
Taj's record. That's Lily's record.
But Taj stole it. Taj went in.
Yeah.
They all broke it down, and they all had parts. But Taj murdered that song. Period.
Parts. And that was like a first time for the world to know that it's not just Coco. Like, we all could sing as a collective, but we could sing by ourselves too.
Right.
Yeah.
They sounded really nice on that song when it dropped.
Man, shoot, right. I love that record. Love that record.
Mia said Lily can't sing.
Oh my gosh. Mia.
Mia said that. I mean, we don't hear that much.
Mia got
a little vocals. She got a little something.
You know, because they're what is there? They're like alto, tenor, and soprano.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Lily sings tenor. Right. Lily sings tenor, Taj sings alto, and Coco soprano.
Right. But Coco can sing soprano.
She does. She is the soprano of the group. She is the soprano of the group.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then she does mezzo too. She does mezzo soprano as well.
That's what she could sing alto. She actually did hit those lower notes, those chest notes.
Yeah.
But
Stats was soprano in his group.
Here you go. That boy. Hey, check this out. I think Shawn is just upset because he don't have the voice. This voice that I'm talking right now. You have to do that. I
know is SWV could sing better than fucking Candy.
Don't make me do it, man.
Yeah, well, we all know that. You know what I'm saying?
Stop it. Every group needs a baritone. Stop it.
Absolutely.
Stop it.
It's too much trouble.
That's how they get that harmony.
Stats was the talker in his group. He was the one that do from Boys to Men, just talking. That's what Stats was. no disrespect, Stats.
Candy's mic gave her a little bit of assistance with that echo.
Oh, definitely.
And Candy has a falsetto. People gotta stop sleeping on her.
Yeah,
because her voice is so good. She does have a falsetto. Stop playing with that girl.
Yeah, she got it.
And she gets a check. And she gets a check.
Even
when they're not on stage.
Did you hear her say that?
She's the worst singer out of everybody
said that
was
shit.
on Versus. Except for Shawn.
No, Tiny said that. Tiny said, I smell check.
Yeah, I smell check.
And that's what she's doing. So,
they were definitely harmonizing check, okay? So
round 14, Tina, they came out with Men in Black from SWV versus Escape, with Mariah Carey featuring Escape and the Brat.
They would have caught that. Mariah Carey came the fuck out. They would have caught that. People wasn't that big on the Brat. I mean, I was not. It was she's gorgeous. The Brat is gorgeous. I was happy to see her.
They ain't the remix though.
No,
Mariah ain't making no moves without a check.
When people found out that Mariah wasn't coming out, they was like, nah.
I wasn't expecting to see Mariah.
No,
you're
not coming out with nobody else versus.
No, you're not getting me out there. Not for that. She was down on that. Like, that's beneath her. She was like, now let them do the little jump. Let them do the little versus battle. The Brat come out there because the Brat hasn't been seen in a long time, so she got to come out there. No, but Mariah,
what you mean? She don't love hip hop. She don't grow up in hip hop. She all the time. I see her. I see her all the time. I see her with her bandanas. I be looking for her edges all the time. I be like,
so she's very active.
Relax.
So it makes sense for her to come up there.
I want to know when
I gave that round to Escape, by the way.
You got to Escape, right?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Anyone get that round to SWV?
No, I gave it to Escape. I mean, I know Will.
I gave it to SWV. I did.
Hold on, that we were debating that one. Like
Men in Black.
No,
hey,
no, I mean, when JD did the remix on that, John, that was my shit.
Numbers, Men in Black,
soundtrack,
and that
I loved it.
That song, period, is worldwide.
It had a bigger impact. Yes, Will Smith made that impact.
Right.
Congratulations. I still got
a lot of people didn't even know that was Coco until Saturday.
Yeah,
a lot of people didn't know that.
That was Coco.
A lot of people.
I knew it was Coco when I first heard it.
Thanks for the info. I still got SWV.
Isn't that the Will Smith, like he did the Men in Black dance? Isn't that dance like this?
Let me see you just bounce with me. Just bounce with me. I mean,
yeah.
Getting jiggy with it was higher than that. So
it was. But
yeah,
Nas wrote that. But that's in the hit.
That's my dance, Shawn. I like that dance.
Shameless Nas plug.
Gotta
love it.
That's neither here nor there. I'm sorry. So round
the
15,
numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie. You're right.
Well,
Nas
it's Will.
You know with it and Welcome to Miami.
Will. Thank you. Just like it's Mariah. It's Will.
Yeah. Will not coming out for Men in Black anyhow.
Yeah, man.
So,
Philly all day.
He don't have
Next.
to. Well, he would have because he's that humble.
Yeah, absolutely. Round 15 was kind of ridiculous in my opinion because Escape decided to go with Trick Daddy Thug Holiday.
That was a throwaway. They knew they weren't going to win that round.
They weren't.
So they had to just take that body shot right there.
Yeah. When
that makes sense.
They weren't
always on my come on. You gotta kind of like,
that
okay,
was another body shot, right?
Let me throw Trick Daddy out there. Let me find a Trick Daddy joint and throw it out there and see what happens.
Let Tasha get her little solo.
Yeah.
And keep it moving.
Good.
Yeah, they weren't going to win.
Been an anthem?
Yeah, she said that's the ghetto anthem. She said that's the hood anthem. And
what?
It's like
it was in Miami.
It's the hood.
Miami.
It's the hood funeral song. I felt like I was at a hood funeral.
They love that song in Miami.
They do.
They do.
A lot of this. She said it for the soul.
Well, they love I'm a Thug more, but Thug Holiday is up there.
Yeah, it's up there. They love.
She's not talking about actual soldiers. People use that word out of context all the time, but I digress.
I knew guys like in the military. I knew guys who were my homeboy was from Hollywood, Florida, and when that song used to come on, he used to cry. Like he used to put his alcohol in the air and start crying. Like that was. It was very Florida, like Hollywood, Florida, Pompano Beach, Florida, all those areas. When that song come on, it hits them in their heart, man. That's their joint. So
it was very popular. I was stationed in Louisiana back when that came out. It was very, very popular when it came on in the clubs. Very popular.
Wait, that song came on in the club?
Thug Holiday?
It reminds me of a hood funeral song. I just feel like it's been playing at hood funeral.
This is in the South though. So
yeah, in the South. It plays a lot in the South.
That's on. When I was in Japan,
so y'all want to be depressed in the club?
Yeah. It came out, yeah. They played it. I've seen guys in the club when that song came on, like
just like
yeah.
Yeah,
that's a hood favorite, a Southern hood favorite.
Who is crying in the club?
when you got alcohol in your system, you start crying for no reason. Sometimes.
We cry at home. They crying in the club.
Right.
Girl, Nick.
I don't know.
That's when I'll be like, Nick, get the car. Get the car. We gotta go.
I'm with you,
get the car.
Full disclosure, in Japan, we got drunk. We were about to leave Japan. We started crying when R. Kelly's song came on. Remember that song he had on like the joint for all the homies? What's in that song, Stacks?
Which one?
I wish.
Man,
I wish.
We start,
That's different. That's R. Kelly.
We start balling when I Wish came on. We were drunk as hell, like crying and boo-hooing.
Shit, everybody graduation song was I Believe I Could Fly. So
so round 16, Coco had her solo joint, Sunshine, versus Escape, Can't Hang. So, Nick, how do you feel about this one? How did you feel about this one?
I do like that Coco solo song, but I like the Escape Can't Hang a little better. So I gave that one to Escape.
Okay.
Sunshine.
That was so for me. Tina Bias.
Yeah.
No, that song is Sunshine.
That's a good one. It's like I don't have it in my playlist.
Sunshine, of course.
To me.
Sunshine.
I don't have that song at all.
Sunshine. Escape, right? You had Escape on this one, right?
Yeah, I got Escape on that. Oh.
Okay. How about you, Stacks? You had Escape on this
one? I got
one?
Escape on that one here.
Mark, where did you go on this one?
Escape.
Okay. Round 17, we had Man Crush Every Day versus Escape, Do You Want To?
This should everybody should be on the same page on this one. That's all.
Everybody should be on the same page.
Everybody should be on the same fucking page.
I'm gonna
you know what? I forgot about Tina though. Go ahead, go to Tina first.
Chauncey set the tone on this one. Chauncey, who did you go with?
Do you want to escape?
I'm with Escape on this one. What the fuck?
Escape. Done deal. Hands down. I'm good. I'll give it to Escape.
Same.
That was easy. Next.
Everyone agreed on that, right?
That song though, that's to me, that's in their top 5, man. That was a really good song, man. Really good.
Yes, that's the song they brought back. That's the song they brought back.
Yes, that's the encore song.
Yeah.
Because
they should let that play through though. Like, I mean, they should let that song play through.
Yo, my brother is nuts.
That's your brother. Tell your brother relax. Yeah. Tell your brother sometimes you gotta tap in. Yo, tell your brother sometimes you gotta tap in, man. You gotta tap into the other side, man. It's not about being bravado, man. Like, yo, I was crying, but I had the hammer in the pants pocket. You know what I mean? So it was Stacks, tell him. Hey, yo, but I got the hammer tucked. You know what I mean? So hey, don't let them tears. Don't let them tears create something else.
It's all right, Shawn. It's all right. Real men cry. It's all right. It's all right, bro.
Man, tell Chauncey you gotta tap into the other side, man.
You need some
tissue. My brother, we just come from a long line of assholes. You know what I'm saying? We can't help
relax, man.
How we do.
I ain't saying about the panda. We got the panda emoji. I'm not saying nothing about that. So, yo, but when this joint came on right here,
snatch him up, bro. Like, hey, that's that last call joint. Where it's you scrambling, last call, they play that. Mark, you know I'm going with this, bro. You grab him up.
Mark,
real
like,
quick.
I ain't never been in love. I don't know what the fuck you.
Yo, Mark,
I mean, this ain't Tina. I'm with Mark. This ain't. I mean, I'm talking in the context. This ain't got nothing to do with love. It's last call. You scrambling for that.
For the night.
The back in my day, Tina. Long time ago. Like Bernie Mac said, long time ago.
Long time ago. Long time ago.
You snatch him up. This is that snatch him up last ditch effort when you strike out the whole night. You might catch something.
Oh, you trying to bring somebody home with this song?
This is a good assist song when you've been striking out the whole night back in the day.
This is how you get caught up. It's when she think that you made love to her.
Oh,
no. Trying to bring somebody home with.
Wait, I got a question. Is this before or after the lights came on in the club? This before or after the lights came on in the club?
This before.
No, before. You can do that.
Wow. Even after
you don't want her to know your real name. That's all.
Don't make her hop after you. Don't make her hop after you. This is
giving out fake names.
You're giving out fake names.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Don't. I'm trying to tell you, back in my back.
Songs. This is definitely one of their best songs, and they did so good performing this on live. They had to bring it back because they cut it off way too soon.
It was a good song.
They did. They had to. I think
that's normal. That's normal shit.
I think Tiny needs this, honestly.
You wasn't in love with these hoes.
Don't y'all start y'all shit tonight.
Yeah, please don't.
Please don't. Yo, so let's get ready to wrap this thing up. So round 18, SWV came out with Rain, which you're not beating, first and foremost.
You're not
beating that. But I don't know. Candy decided to go with TLC No Scrubs. I never liked that song.
Sean, do not play that shit.
I'm not gonna play it.
Put it on. Play it. I wore my TLC shirt specifically. Put it on.
No, I like No Pigeons better. So.
I like No Pigeons. Yeah, Sporty Thieves. Shout out to Sporty Thieves, by the way.
No Pigeons is better.
Yo, No Pigeons was the joint. No Pigeons was the joint.
Hey, Mark, chill, cousin. These pigeons is ill, cousin.
But Tina, that comes back to your impact point. It comes back to how big a song was. Like you said, Men in Black was such a big song. No Scrubs was such a big song.
Yeah, it was a big record.
It was another females anthem by King.
It was a big record.
It was a huge record.
That
record came out
yo, I'm gonna say like this. Dudes caught hell that summer.
It was women
Dudes
empowerment.
definitely caught hell that summer.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, I'm glad I had my own car, but I mean, dudes caught hell that summer. Trust me.
Yeah, you were short. You were short. You were short if you ain't had no damn car back when the song came out. They were talking about you in particular.
They was going at your head.
Chick, you on your feet walking down the street. You at the bus stop and you talking about to a nigga that's in a car. Okay, say less.
Yo, it was.
And you know that's still happening.
That was a whole movement. That no scrubs was a movement. Like,
it was.
Dudes with.
I mean, it probably motivated guys to go get a car who was in the passenger seat.
Well, it motivated guys to step their game up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute, I ain't even gonna holler at her. I don't think my leg right. Like, you had to change your leg and shit.
How long did that last though? Until what's the name came out with the remix, the comeback version to that.
Oh yeah. It ain't last that long. We was on them after that. But when by that time, came out, I was playing that.
By that time, Marc had the whip. By that time,
that was good.
Now,
hey, you know what? Let's be honest. Let's keep it a buck. Girls was calling dudes pigeons that weren't. I mean, scrubs that weren't even scrubs. It was like, oh, you a scrub just because the song was out. I know your single ass wish you had that scrub now. You wish you had his number now. I know you do.
Talk to
okay. Let me tell you something. When you heard Scrubs get played in a club and then the response get played right after, females' feelings was hurt.
Yeah.
Hurt.
Man.
Watch that shit
play for that joint.
This ain't my car like that ain't your hair.
Yeah. Yo,
40
these are for real, man.
Yeah, that shit was butter.
Yo, that line was priceless. That line was priceless. What?
All right. So round 19, again, when you play anything with Wu, you gotta take that L.
Now, no, I knew you was gonna go there with that, man.
Now you being biased, Shawn.
Look, Escape came back.
That was an amazing collaboration to be so R&B.
Yes.
To go with that hip hop and
that hip hop R&B, that was nuts though.
It was.
And then it sounded good.
Yes.
That was an amazing collaboration.
Yeah.
That's like ODB and Mariah Carey.
Yeah, it made sense. Right. It made sense. Like, don't get me wrong, Escape came back with Who Can I Run To, which is a monster song. It's a great song.
Man, my favorite song by Escape.
But there are levels to this,
song
right?
by Escape.
There are levels to this. If you're gonna drop anything, and you got Wu, you got Method Man when he was at his height, and you got ODB at his height, you're not beating that. And you got SWV on it, you're not beating that.
Yeah, Steve ain't really got nothing in their bag that can really contend. I mean, Who Can I Run To is a good song by them, but
a great song.
Anything,
anything though.
The matchup wasn't right.
Yeah.
Coco hit those high notes on that.
The matchup wasn't
I'm done. I can't.
Hit those backs. Hit those notes like Coco.
I can't.
Hit that high note like Coco hit.
When you heard that, man, you know what it was, man.
Come on, I like that, Shawn. I like that. You like, I like that, Shawn. I like that. You like, I like that, Shawn. I like that. I like that.
Yo, and that was an Above the Rim soundtrack, Mark. So you know when that came on, young Shawn being a baller, when that came on in the gym, we played ball. You go a little different. You play a little different when that song come on.
That might be another haymaker, man. 10-8 round, man.
Yeah.
When that song came out, I was in middle school. A lot of middle schools was doing I think I was in 8th grade or some shit like that. And
shit, I feel like an old head.
Talent shows, and that was the go-to song to do dance talent shows too.
Yeah.
It
gotta be. So the last round. Again, another haymaker.
Yeah.
SWV with Weak. You're not beating Weak. Chauncey.
No one.
No.
No one can beat Weak. You're not beating Weak.
You're not beating Weak, Chauncey.
No one can beat Weak.
You're not. They strategized that shit amazingly because
not at all.
Not at all.
And they did it with a live band. They did the live band.
It's their signature
with the guitar on the stage. You know what I mean?
Right.
Down playing.
Yeah. Let me tell y'all something. When Weak came out, I knew I was the fourth member of Escape. Monday, through Friday. I just knew they kept me on mute in the background, but I was that fourth member. Weak was that song that everybody sung in the hood besides Real Love. You didn't catch the chick singing Weak, they were singing Real Love. It was like, wait.
Damn,
We lost Chauncey.
Where'd she go?
It's the internet, man. Chauncey internet is jacked up. And Chauncey brothers, you got there worrying about me crying to R. Kelly. You help your sister out with her internet.
Yeah.
I gave that to SWV too. We all sang Weak in our living room.
Yeah.
My cousin and I used to take turn being lead. So.
Y'all ever had that little kid?
Brown trying to do that shit.
Word.
I remember my real young cousins when they first started, talking. Like they would, like my twin cousins, they would like sing this song. It was so cute. They thought they wanted to be SWV so damn bad, but that's how iconic. That's one of their signature songs. It's an iconic song as well. So
it is.
That's another 10 round.
I don't care what artist you are, what group you are. When Weak come on, you gotta take that L. Like Weak is beating. Like, look, Escape. Look, let's be honest. Escape did a phenomenal job. They did a phenomenal job. I had to go back and watch it again just to kind of get a feel for it. But Escape, I don't think that the massive catalog or the massive songs that SWV had, they had more like napalm bombs than Escape had, if that makes sense, right? They had some joints that there's nothing that Escape could have done in their catalog could compete. If y'all think about it, what do you think in the Escape catalog can compete with Weak?
Nothing.
In their entire catalog?
Nothing.
It's not a lot of songs beating Weak. Weak is one of those classic songs.
Nothing.
Chauncey, finish what you were saying.
Yeah, please.
Oh, I was saying like Weak is just a classic. It's one of those songs where like growing up, like that's when all the girls and that's when everybody knew they could sing. If you wasn't singing Real Love, you were singing Weak. Like period. Like that's what we all did. I don't know an Escape song besides, Am I Living in Vain? We sang that in church. Like we used to sing that in church. We used to like to warm up to that. But past that, no. Weak was for the streets. It was for the females. It was for everybody. You can't, to this day, you play Weak at a cookout and everybody go, oh, that's my jam. Yeah. Turn that up. Like you bust a speaker listening to Weak.
It's and to Chauncey's point, I mean, y'all can share, ladies. All of you have been there when you got that one guy. I mean, no matter what he does, no matter what he says. I mean, we all family, we grown. Y'all done had that dude that made y'all weak before. I mean, the words of that song where you know what, this motherfucker's sorry as hell, but time at the time I tried so hard to fight and tell that motherfucker that he ain't coming over tonight. But you know what? You still answer that what you doing text and say, yo, I'm gonna just leave the door open because you weak. I mean, right. you can share. I mean, you've been there before, right?
Stacks, when Ingrid saw me pull up in that Azaz shirt, and I had a collar like this.
Here we go, Mark.
You know what I mean? And I had a collar like that. Okay. Then I had the Jordan jeans. And I took the bottom cuff and I folded it, like you know what I mean. And she saw them Reebok classics, the black and green, the hurricane colors. She was like, "Yo, I'm weak." I didn't hear her. I hope she still walking. It's stacked. This is how I was walking.
It started with a W. It started with a W. I was walking by her like this. I can work with him.
I was walking by her like this, like I didn't hear it. I was scrolling.
It started with a W. She said I can work with him. She said I can work with him.
I'm capping.
Your tennis skirt, and he was weak. That's what it was.
The word.
With your polo skirt with the collar popped the fuck.
I had that joint, Tina.
100.
Tina, I had a pop. Matter of fact, I had some high tech boots on. I had some black high tech.
Oh, you taking it back? You had the high tech joints on?
Wow, son.
Have high tech boots. She'll tell you. She in the comments. She'll tell you. I had that on the high tech boots. Huh?
We haven't seen her. Well, she laughing.
Yeah, because she knows.
Laughing at you.
She was like, "I'm so weak. I was walking like this."
She laughed because she knows she had you weak.
She said you was weak, and she looked at you like I could work with it.
You know,
with a W.
You know what's funny? I know all three of y'all at the bottom knows every single word to that song still. It's a karaoke class. I like to do karaoke. It's a karaoke classic as well.
Yeah.
That's famous.
Sure.
That's one of those famous karaoke songs. And you got a woman pretty much telling her story about being sprung. I mean, that's just what it is.
You ever not intentionally memorize the song, but the words come on and you know it verbatim? Like it just comes
yes.
That's how Nick is with me, verbatim. Like, and I can't, if you say to Tina, recite it now, no, but play the song and boom, 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 boom.
The words that come to you.
It's Tina, I hate to admit this on the air, but that song for me is If I Rule the World by Nas.
That's what we doing?
I ain't gonna never live this down. I'm not gonna never live that down. But as far as songs, I mean, of remembering lyrics word for word, it'll be that song for me.
Without intentionally.
I'm not sure if you should have said that out loud to Shawn, but
why did you do that? He's gonna hold on to this until 2025.
It is recorded. I got him.
I don't know if I said that out loud, Shawn.
I knew it was going to happen. Bang, bang, gotcha. Yo, so the last 5 minutes, I do want to, and first of all, ladies, thank you so much for hopping on tonight. I think this was a great audition. I feel more comfortable about the show coming up really soon. I really was worried. I had reservations. I didn't know.
Why you thought you was gonna mess up? You thought you was gonna mess up?
Talking about?
I'm kidding. I'm capping.
Yeah, Tina whole face changed.
Yeah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No,
Tina, he was scared he was gonna mess up or something.
I was, because I know
Reaper come get you now.
I know Chauncey has an extensive background in music, so I like to come on my A game, and Nick is like a juggernaut when it comes to research. So I knew I had to be prepared, but I knew I had Stacks and Marc on my backside just in case it got crazy. And I had also had Tayson, on standby, but Tayson disappointed me because Tayson turned cold on us, man. Tayson sent me a message and be like, "Yo, fam, I'm riding with the ladies tonight." So that's why Tayson didn't get on live tonight, because he sent me that message. I'm like, he's not getting on. He's still part of the street team, but I can't even go against the grain.
What verses do you want to see? I definitely want to see Foxy and Kim.
See who?
I don't know if
Foxy. She said Foxy and Kim.
I don't know if they're ready for that, man.
I don't think they're ready for Foxy.
I don't know if Foxy in the right headspace for that.
I don't know. Right. That's fast, Chauncey. I don't know.
I don't know. Kim's still beef with everybody, so
no, that's what I just said. It would actually be a battle because they're still beefing.
It would be.
Yeah, it would be like
Gucci and Jeezy.
You know what I mean?
It would be.
It would be super intense like that.
I think versus
but they wouldn't do it in the same room.
No, not them.
Not them.
I think they have to fix it. I think I don't think they really have issues like that anymore. I think it's died down some, but they definitely would have to be in the same room.
Foxy will be talking shit.
Medication.
I'd have Kim in that battle.
Me too.
How would I?
Like kind of easily too.
Big fact. Same here.
I don't want to watch two black women embarrass themselves. I'm sorry, I have no one in that battle. I'm not even tuning in to watch two black women embarrass themselves. Sorry.
If Foxy bring in the firm, it might tilt. But I'm all Kim.
Yeah.
I like what Trey said. Trey said he wanted to see another soul, Boys to Men versus In Vogue. I think that'll be a different dynamic. That is very different. I haven't seen it before. I haven't seen anyone put that dynamic together. I think Boys to Men naturally would probably go up against Jodeci.
No, they did that dynamic before. It was John Legend and Alicia Keys, man versus female.
They did. No, I'm not talking about
man versus woman.
I'm not talking about man versus woman. I'm not talking about man versus. I'm talking about that kind of that type of music, because Boys to Men and In Vogue, I think they're a little different. I think they're a little different.
112.
Say it again.
They would do Boys to Men with 112. Did you say Jodeci?
That'll be a long night for 112.
That'll be a long night.
Yeah, that'll be a long night for 112. They'll be in trouble.
Yeah, that'd be a long night. Boys to Men and Jodeci will probably make some sense.
Jodeci and
Jodeci
H-Town.
still wins though.
Jodeci
That's
and
the point.
H-Town.
Jodeci
not
still wins.
H-Town ain't got enough in
H-Town
their
don't have
catalog
enough.
for
They
all
don't-
those.
H-Town doesn't have enough catalog.
They sing the
H-Town-
same type of songs. Jodeci
They don't have enough though.
They don't have enough.
They don't have enough.
They don't have
Jodeci got all them damn
H-Town ain't got
remixes, too,
enough.
on top of that.
They don't have
You
enough.
gotta
One of their
go.
members died.
Yeah, you gotta go Jodeci and Boys to Men, in my opinion.
That
And I
don't
think
I agree.
I think
Jodeci
Jodeci
freaky
is
as
local.
hell. How you gonna put him up against Boyz
It's
II Men?
different. It's different genres of R&B, but they
It
have
is.
the extensive catalogs. They can go
Right.
song
Yeah, but if the
for song.
Their
catalogs
catalogs
don't even resemble each other, how is that gonna work? You're gonna
Yeah,
have
I don't
people
know.
singing down on bending knees, and you're gonna have people talking about, I wanna hear you moan.
No, because you
Let's
can
be
go.
alone.
No, you can
You
go
could
with
go
that
Casey and JoJo
bag.
too. You could go in Casey
Right.
and JoJo
You
bag.
go in that Casey and JoJo bag. You go
That's
into that.
different. That's
Man,
R&B.
when you play
But
All My
everybody,
Life,
real talk, everybody like Jodeci for their freaky ass shit.
Yeah, but that's
I'm
early.
gonna go out here and say that
They
neither
got-
one of them
they
would
got
do
a lot
it.
of
though.
music.
Neither group would do it. Neither group would do it.
Okay.
Well,
they wouldn't do
Dawn
it.
from Boyz II Men
Boyz
already said no.
Case
Yeah.
and Donnell Jones.
Boys have been a bunch of assholes. Like
Yeah, they're
anybody who works with them behind
arrogant,
the scenes.
super arrogant.
Different
They're a
places.
bunch of assholes.
Don't
Like, they're
you
not
come
gonna do
for
it.
Philly like that, Chauncey. You see Mark up there
I
spazzing.
don't know. I don't know what they talking about.
Tell Philly the
I
only thing
don't
they
know
can
what
do
they
for me is
talking
make me a
about.
cheesesteak.
I was
Yeah,
like,
I
we ain't seen none of that here. You know what I mean? We ain't seen none of that in the crib.
Case and Horace Brown. That's his name, right? Horace Brown. That would
Yeah,
be.
Horace Brown ain't
We
had that
need
many
20
joints.
songs. We need
Horace
20
Brown doesn't have a large enough
Yeah, we
category
need long
Exactly.
catalog to go against.
That's
You
when
need
it
catalog.
No.
Well, that they don't need to
And
do a
remember
versus.
And remember, Devontae doesn't fly anywhere. So anything Devontae does has to be local because he doesn't fly. So that's why Jodeci doesn't perform all together. So it's a wrap.
Crazy.
Because
That's not happening.
for that.
It's good to see that it ain't happening.
What's the who's the
They already did it with Jagged Edge.
112 with Jagged Edge. That was perfect.
Yeah, they did that already.
They did it already.
I missed that.
But the audio
was
sucked.
horrible.
The audio
The
sucked.
audio was so
audio
bad.
Audio was
And-
horrible.
That's what I heard. I ain't
Trash.
watching. But that's
Trash.
And technically, 112
horrible.
smoked them. And be honest,
Okay,
112
so I
smoked
already
their
know
boots.
who will win.
Word. 112 smoked their boots.
Personally, but
With the
Lit 'em
bad
up.
But the people are saying, I don't think this will ever happen, but Mary and Beyonce.
Oh, Mary already said that's
No.
not happening.
Mary said she ain't doing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
But we
not-
all know she
Mary's-
would have won. Period.
No.
She won't do it. Mary's not going to
She
do
won't
it.
do it. She already said
Beyonce won't do it.
Yeah, they won't do it.
No, Beyonce ain't doing it either.
Nah, it's,
Yeah,
And
that's two,
Dr.
that's
Dre
two
and
queens
Diddy
that respect
people were
each other
asking
too
for that one
much.
too, and
Yeah,
Dr.
but
Dre
who
already
would
said
you
no.
want to see? It's not who going
It
to
would,
do it. Who would you
and
want
Tina,
to
I honestly think that Beyonce would never ever agree to do that simply because we had this conversation where Beyonce really haven't had no competition, you know, in her rise to superstardom. You throw her back there in the era with Mary J. Blige. I
It's
got
different.
Mary J. over Beyonce. I'm sorry. That's just
Me too.
that's just my take on it.
Hands down.
any day
So,
of the
but that
week.
goes to Mary, no question.
So with that being said, I don't think Beyonce will risk it because that would, to me, that would be exposed. Like,
It's a huge
like
risk.
man, Beyonce is good, but she ain't
I mean,
Mary
but we
J.
all
Blige
know.
good.
We already know that.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying that that'll be on a broad stage. A lot of younger folks don't know that though. We know
Oh,
that.
yeah, the younger
Thank
folks
you.
don't know that.
That's a huge
that's-
risk.
And My Life
It is. Yeah,
album
hell
alone.
yeah.
My Life album alone. My
Mary
Life
would beat
album alone.
Mariah. We
Like,
could
just
Mary
stop
and
it.
Mariah.
It's
I'm
like,
giving it
yeah.
to
it
Mary
would be
too.
Queen Latifah and MC Light.
That's entertaining.
Yeah, you want to see them. I mean, it would.
That's
be
entertaining,
Not
but
doing it. I don't know. I don't
No,
wanna see it.
I got to ride with what Nick said. Like, you got to think about it. Like, even with Beyonce, because of the optics, she cannot afford to go in a versus battle and lose. Like, she can't. She can't take a hit like that.
No.
Because she never took a hit before. You know what I mean? She's never taken like a L. So it's too much of a risk for her. And I don't think Mary, out of respect, wouldn't even do that because Mary's catalog is
Got too
elite.
much, way too much, and
Way too
features
much.
and way too
Yeah,
much.
Mary has way
I
too
think
much.
Mary
Nobody's
like-
beating Mary.
If
Mary.
I'm not mistaken, Mary's the only person from back then that still had albums dropping, and still is relevant today.
Yeah.
Right.
Non-stop.
She got several
the only
classic
competition
albums in
Mary-
her catalog.
Yeah.
The only competition Mary would have is with R. Kelly, and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Good. That would be
Yeah.
good.
That'd be a
You
good
know,
one, Mark.
that
We
would
would
be
never see an R. Kelly on any type of
Bro,
verses.
Yeah, we'd
but
never-
Broadcasting
If we-
live from a
if we-
jail cell near you. Like, what you talking
if
about?
we separate, but if we separate the,
Hey,
but if you separate the art from the artist, I don't think nobody, period, messing with R. Kelly. That's just me though.
nobody.
I agree.
I do agree.
Situation,
I do agree.
situation aside, and all that,
Yo,
ain't nobody
Exactly.
fucking with him.
Kels,
First of all,
Kels,
I think that would be the verses that would be Earth, Wind, and Fire.
He probably in the slammer doing verses right now, just battling himself.
The fact that he would be behind bars and do a verses.
7
have
o'clock
so
in the
many
morning
people
and no
tuning
rays
in,
from the sun rays.
Stack
Man.
shot the fuck out.
Hey, the dude is talented, man. I know a lot of people like try to shun you for talking about R. Kelly, but the guy
Yeah,
was a
fuck
musical
that.
fucking genius.
Musical
Hey,
genius.
hey,
How
Musical
many
I ain't
tracks
genius.
in the
caping
closet
for-
was it?
hey,
Man,
that's
shoot,
a damn near
it'd be
movie, yo.
30-something
I know,
things,
a whole
30-something
movie.
videos. Easy.
A whole sing along, like he's up in the closet. No, he's up in the
Man.
closet.
Folks is waiting for the next volume to come out and shit.
Listen, you know what I mean? Shit. Hey, look, separate that shit, man. Just like separate Cosby from the Cosby Show. Just separate that shit, man.
You
And
wait,
be
we
done
ain't
with
never
it.
doing that, my nigga. And the Cosby Show is still on reruns. Shout out to Bill Cosby. You ain't do that shit, my nigga. You innocent. Next.
Separated. You know what I mean? Shit. Heathcliff Huxtable is still Heathcliff Huxtable.
The Cosby Show is on and up and popping. Fucking A Different World has started to re-air back on the on TV. So
yeah.
it's not. He's not affected.
I'll be honest. Yo, I just got a message. I just got a message from one of our partners, and now they're streaming at a different show. So I was asked if we can go for about 15 more minutes on the same topic. I don't want to hold anyone. If y'all got to hop off, please do. But if I got to go solo, I'll keep going solo.
I would love for the
Dude, look
ladies
at that.
take
Look at
one.
that. Dude, Stacks, Mark. I mean, Shawn trying to pull a damn Candy, talking about he want to go solo and shit.
Yeah.
No, I don't hold anyone because I know it's 10:30.
David Ruffin ass nigga. Hey, let's keep going though.
Okay, so
I don't want to hold anyone.
The kids, right? So I was surprised to see.
Wow, really?
This is Shawn.
Oh, wait, what we
This is
doing
Shawn
here?
back. I'm just kidding. Yo, how get out this? Hold on.
Yeah.
This guy.
Pocket for that joy.
This guy.
Yo, he shot out.
Yo, I won't.
We heard. Well, Escape spoke about their kids that could sing. We've heard. I'm sure some of us heard Tiny's daughter sing, the youngest one, and her oldest daughter.
Yeah, Tiny, your daughter used to be in a group with Reginae. They used to have a group called OMG Girls, and they used to go on tour.
Yep.
I was actually surprised how Coco and her son were on the same riff. Exactly.
Oh yeah, they were.
I was like, whoa. So, and she said that was the song that Sunshine was dedicated to. That was her Sunshine.
Yeah, that was good. It was nice to
dope.
see him come out there. Yeah, that was cool to see.
Now, what was funny was I feel like this. I feel like Escape knew they were gonna lose. I did mention this to y'all. No, for real. I mentioned this to y'all earlier. That's why they went so hard to make sure their whole damn family was in the audience. You could hear them in the background. Candy had to pull her own shit to carry the rest of the group because their catalog is not that damn long. Like it's just so many things that you could see that they went hard on the paint for. I'm not knocking them because you gotta do what you gotta do to try to win. They went so hard on the paint. There were people in the comments. It was a whole beef in the comments to the point where women were discussing wardrobe, talking about how SWV was did not look professional because they changed into street clothes or a more comfortable outfit, whereas they Escape stayed in their heels and all the other stuff. I made fun of that shit. Y'all know I did because they look like their feet was hurt. Let's keep it a buck, okay? But I don't think it's based on clothing. I feel like it's based on this, like I said, the songs, the performance, and this and the third. Like to sit there and go to stoop that low, and now y'all talking about picking outfits apart. I thought that was ridiculous.
Yeah, the fans always gonna have something to say. I was happy to see SWV change. They took it back to their old school street style, so that was dope.
Todd said, "We from New York. This is what."
Yeah, so and Escape is super Atlanta. I think it was held in Atlanta, so of course they were gonna have all their family and friends there. Atlanta is turn up all the time.
Oh,
so
they never closed.
Let's be clear.
Yeah,
Biggie dissed Escape when they used to dress like niggas. Let's be clear on that.
Yeah, he ended up apologizing for that, but but Escape gave what they are. They were Atlanta, and it was held in Atlanta. They're gonna give that Atlanta energy. They way over the top. They be ready to go all the time. I mean, I enjoyed it. I think the second half got better.
I was happy to hear them sing. I was like
it got better the second half because whatever Coco had going on personally definitely affected the first half of the show, and that's why I gave it to Escape overall as winning because they were so energetic and so ready, and they were just such a vibe from beginning to end. Although you had a better catalog, Escape.
I honestly thought.
Chauncey, hold on. For those that don't know that are watching the show, Coco witnessed a female getting shot in front of her hotel. She saw the blood and all that other stuff. That traumatized her right before the show, and then she went into a major panic attack. She was not going to do verses once she saw that. So Coco was normally like cold, but that would still explain how she completely was like shut down. She didn't even sing some of the songs in the beginning because that's what she was going through in that moment. So
I'm sure that was hard for her, but I think she still would have been staying because that's her personality.
Oh, and by the way, SWV did win verses for the record. But okay, go ahead.
It's a Billboard. They won for sure.
I agree.
They won because Billboard said so. I guess so.
No, I thought they won because they won.
Yeah, they won because they won. True, but go ahead, Chance.
I agree. I think overall appearance. I think Escape came ready to go. They came with their glam team. They wasn't playing. They outfits coordinating. They weren't playing. SWV. Don't get me wrong. I did read about what Coco went through, but this is showbiz. The show must go on. I don't mean to sound cold-hearted.
Facts.
This was scheduled before that happened. Sometimes you just got to put your game face on. You got to go with the flow. You got to put your game face on. I shouldn't be able to read your emotions on your face. I don't want to personally, and the people who want to see it don't really care whether they know what happened or don't. And that's
some bullshit.
Keep it professional.
I'm gonna say like this though, right?
That's the business.
And then you have a panic attack, which is a health issue, and you gonna say the show must go on. You should gotta keep a game.
I'm not taking that away from her, but sometimes you do. It's showbiz.
But I'm gonna say like this: if you're not like if that's your first time ever seeing somebody be killed, it's gonna affect you. Like now if you see it a few times, then you probably cool about it, and but if the first time and you see somebody get killed, it's gonna fuck with your mind a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't want anybody to go through that experience, but for the ones who did, it fucks with your mind a little bit. That's all I'm gonna say.
So
I commend her for still even doing verses.
I'm glad she was able to keep it together. But I agree with the show must go on. I agree with that.
She did that. Let's keep it clear.
She did.
She got herself together. The ambulance came, helped her through her panic attack, and she went on with the show. And you can't knock nobody for that because she could have given the fuck up.
Yeah. All I could say was Taj was giving them legs all day, every day.
I hated her shorts.
Saturday night. I don't care. Her legs looked amazing. I did not.
I didn't like the shorts.
I did not pop. I did not get a chocolate girl alert on my phone saying that Johnson & Johnson came out with a new baby oil gel because I got all of them in my collection. I was like, what is that? That must be argan oil. Is that with a little bit of jojoba in it? Like that? Why is she shining like this? What is going on? She was giving the legs.
I just wish the outfit was put together better.
She getting the award for the night. Shorts. I was like, girl, go ahead with them. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say like this, man. When SWV the last 3 rounds, I mean, that was like a patented Mike Tyson combination of 2 shots to the body, uppercut, and knock you the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you close with Rain, Anything, and then Weak. I'm just like, yo, that was insane. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, the close like that. That's a walk off. That's just drop. That's a mic drop type of situation.
Right.
All right, y'all. We out.
Right.
You know what I mean? We the one.
It goes back to what Nick said earlier. It's the strength of a catalog, and that's why verses. With verses, you got to be careful because the strength of the catalog is what carries a versus battle, in my opinion. Like Escape is good in their own respect, but honestly, their catalog is not strong enough to stand 20 rounds. 20 rounds of your best, not B-sides, because almost every artist has at least 20 songs they can throw out there. But do you have 20 quality songs? And there were times where you see some of these verses where you don't get a good 10 quality songs because you just don't have it in a catalog. That's why you see the difference between, the yesteryear artists versus today's artists. If y'all think about it right now, can y'all name 2 artists or 2 groups of today that can successfully pull off 20 quality songs? Honestly, they got a couple of good singles, but can you honestly say they got 20 quality songs?
Can you name a bunch of them? No. But I mean, if you just like 1 or 2, yeah. I mean, Chris Brown could do 20 standing on his head. Easy. You know what I'm saying? It's probably some others.
Chris and Usher.
To me,
but Chris Brown could do. I mean, this guy did an album with like 90 fucking songs. You know what I'm saying?
But it's quality.
20 of them were singles. Like,
is it quality though? Quality.
It's quality. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, they play this shit all the time, and they keep playing it. You know what I mean? And all the people keep listening to it, and they want it. So whether you listen to the radio, you at the club, you at the bar, you're gonna hear his shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking shit from 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like Drake. You know what I mean? Drake, you know what I mean, was in this format, and do 20.
Who would Drake go up against in a versus?
Huh?
Who would Drake go up against in a versus?
Nobody.
Shoot.
Yeah, Drake's up there with someone you can't really go against.
You would probably have to put Drake. No. You probably have to put
Drake
a rapper? In a heavyweight.
Yeah, with a heavyweight like a Kanye.
Yeah, because Drake's catalog is
Drake's catalog is long.
You gotta go Kanye with Drake.
Yeah.
And
that's a good match, real good match. Yeah.
But you
have to
think, you know what I'm saying? It's
not gonna happen, but
Drake, Drake can do 20 of his own, but then once you start adding the features in, because he's on everybody's record.
So then you can do Drake and Friends.
Who's on everybody's record.
You can do Drake and Friends.
Like D'Angelo did that shit, right?
Yeah. You can definitely do Drake and Friends. I don't think Drake and Kanye would do it because it's personal with them.
Yeah.
They got
very personal, by the way.
But don't get it twisted. Kanye would smoke anybody boots out there. And I'm talking about some of the
absolutely.
And I'm talking about some of the heavyweights. He would smoke their like I saw somebody put Kanye and Lil Wayne. Kanye would smoke Lil Wayne boots in the verses. You get 20 Kanye quality records against 20 Wayne quality records.
So you're talking about Young Money going up?
I mean, it wouldn't be a smoke, but it'd be.
No, it wouldn't be no smoke. I mean,
I don't think it would be a smoke either.
Lil Wayne got a lot of stuff too.
Mixtape Wayne ran rap. I mean, for a few years. Like,
are we letting Wayne use no ceilings though? Because it's kind of like unfair because he's rapping off everybody's beats.
Right.
He probably wouldn't pull from that. He don't need to pull from that.
I'm just saying, but
right.
I mean, Wayne, you know what I mean, for like anytime you're considered number one for any period of time, right? You got to give props to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like Tretch from Naughty by Nature was considered
Wayne had a good run, man.
Wayne had an excellent run. But you know what I'm saying? Kanye. You're talking about Ye, producer, rapper. Kanye had monumental songs.
Well, Kanye can grab from a lot of different things.
You know what?
Wayne can't grab from as much as Kanye can grab from.
Conway should be banned. Conway can't do no verses, man. Because I just remembered the whole produce all that shit because he can pull from the blueprint, which is
you got to deal with it.
You got to deal with a whole bunch of shit when you fucking with Kanye.
Let me ask y'all this honestly: what Wayne is going to do when Ye drop Niggas in Paris? Nothing. He has to take it. What he's going to do when he play anything from College Dropout or anything?
That wouldn't be a good matchup. That wouldn't be a good matchup.
He won't.
Okay, here's a good matchup.
Jesus walks.
Here's a good matchup, but they're underrated because this part of hip hop doesn't really get recognized like they should. So Talib Kweli and Mos Def.
You know what? I was just thinking about that song. I was just thinking about Get High.
I think Mos Def got Kweli though. I think he got him. You know what I mean?
I think it would turn out to be an Erica and Jill type of conversation.
Yeah, just like a vibe and moment, not really a competition.
Yeah. That's going to be for true hip hop heads. That's not for the casual.
Not for everybody.
No, and honestly, the views on that will be very, very low, very low.
Definitely not for me.
You think Versus they gonna have eventually do white artists?
They're gonna have to.
No, they will.
They're gonna have to. They're gonna open it up.
I'm sure it's gonna happen.
They're gonna open it up.
Trust me.
I'm sure they're gonna open it up.
Listen,
to the country too.
Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera is coming up. Like, trust me,
and it's gonna break the internet.
It should be Christina and Pink. Because Christina Aguilera got vocals. That shorty can sing.
So does Pink. So does Pink. Don't sleep. So does Pink.
It wouldn't be Britney Spears. It would be Christina Aguilera against Pink.
But I more so want to see Katy Perry and Taylor Swift. That's a killer versus.
I want to see more black people. I don't want to go to the whites yet. I'm not trying to go to the whites yet.
Yeah, I am.
Whoa! I'm for all music. Okay, I like all music.
It's going to be a point where they're going to ease it in, and they're going to ease it in with someone like a Justin Timberlake.
Oh yeah, he's going to.
Or someone like like Robin Thicke. They're going to have to go that way. Just to kind of usher it in.
Justin Timberlake gonna smash Robin Thicke. Sorry.
Robin Thicke, make sure he clear all his music first. He gotta clear all his music first when he do that.
They don't want any more lawsuits.
Trust me.
I don't think they'll put them two together. I don't think so.
I don't think it'd be them.
I can see them putting JT and Usher together. To be honest, I can see them doing a JT versus Usher, just because of I think they're more compatible than Usher and Chris Breezy. I honestly think
that's a good matchup.
It is. That's a really good matchup.
A good one.
And two different cultures going definitely. That would be a big ass versus.
That would be a big versus.
Wait a minute, now who's that again?
Justin Timberlake and Usher.
Justin Timberlake and Usher.
Yeah.
I
mean, that probably would be more that lane. I'm like, people try to say Usher, Chris Brown, but I'm like, Chris Brown has ran this shit the last 10 years. I don't really see it personally. You know what I'm saying? But
Breezy not beating Usher though, man.
No, Breezy would beat Usher.
Breezy would beat Usher.
He's on every record. He's on every record a lot.
Breezy's catalog is long as fuck.
Yo,
Usher can play Confessions and beat a lot of Chris Brown songs.
That's one.
I mean, let's be real.
But that
Confessions alone can beat a lot of Chris
one song. No, he's talking about the. She's talking about the album. Confessions.
The album.
You put that shit in and let it ride out.
Yeah, I can fly to outer space and they're playing Chris Brown and fucking outer space.
Chris Brown ain't got shit. Chris Brown does not have an album near fucking Confessions.
No,
where's the line? He got all the music though.
He got a lot of, but it's not beating a lot of Usher music. It's not beating a lot of Usher music. He got a lot of it, but he don't got a lot of hits.
Thank you.
He got a lot of hits.
He got a lot of hits.
He got a whole album of 40 tracks. He's not pulling from that.
And he got all the
They're not going to be.
He got a gazillion features.
Right.
Everybody calls Chris Brown to be on their record.
I'm looking
He
at
won't play the whole album, but he could
quality,
play that
not
whole album and win. But he doesn't have to.
Right.
But he could easily do it.
That's never going to happen. Chris would still win.
No.
Chris is on everybody's record. Yeah. Everybody calls to be on their record. Anytime somebody's
we're talking about 20 years certified tracks. I don't care that this nigga got 500 songs. That's irrelevant.
Talking about real songs
here. But that was just going with Escape, and they didn't have certified tracks.
Man.
It was
Y'all better check Billboard and all that and see where all these records at. I'm like, man, because if you in rotation,
but we said SWV had the longer catalog. We said SWV had the longer catalog.
Candy shit. Y'all people were still going with Escape One because of Candy's catalog, not Escape.
But we agreed that SWV had the better catalog. Like Usher has the better catalog than Chris Brown.
Nah, we don't agree there. You know what I mean? We ain't agreeing that.
SWV won that versus. I just like to see Tina argue the shit all fucking day long. That's why I kept saying Escape One. Breaking news.
SWV won.
They did.
From other groups, people really think Escape had a catalog, and it wasn't. It was
no. It was a lot of people that said Escape One for sure because they're more Escape fans.
It was a good to me.
Yeah, but you know, I mean,
regardless of the catalogs, I mean, those two groups were synonymous with each other during that time.
I agree.
But this is what some people do though, right? You know what I'm saying? You see it all the time. It's like, yo, I think Escape One, and they be like, oh, well, Candy, yeah, I mean, for real, was like this great writer or whatever. Yeah, I mean, she wrote a lot of hit records. And I like her, so I think they won, right? You know what I'm saying? Instead of basing on what it is, because I'm like, some people use that logic, but I'm like, yo, you the same motherfucker who thought Nas beat Jay-Z, and Jay-Z, yeah, I mean, got better music than Nas. You know what I'm saying? So how can you use that logic? You know what I'm saying? He got more hit records.
Big fact. We're not doing that. We're not doing that on this.
This nigga making the most sense he made all night now.
We're not going there today.
Like,
but that's not.
I'm just saying, like, yo, like, you can't have it both ways.
Well, okay, let's do this.
Like, that's my favorite artist. Oh, yeah, I mean, well, they're a bigger star than this other person. Nah, who won the bet? That's all, yeah, I mean, you should be concerned about. Not that's the favorite artist.
I agree. I absolutely agree. For that reason, write down your 20. Write down 20 Chris Brown songs. Matter of fact, you team Chris Brown too, Tina. Write down y'all 20 best songs. I'll do 20 with Usher. Shawn will do 20 with Usher. And kind of like we can play the music.
20 with Usher too. Easy.
And
but we need. I'm talking about the 2020. I mean, y'all can say Chris Brown got all these songs, but all they beating Usher's best 20.
And I bet you most of Usher shit is some slow jam shit against Chris Brown's party shit.
Nah,
Usher can go party too.
Usher could go party too.
Not like Chris Brown.
But not like Chris
20 songs. We're talking 20 songs. That's what I gotta realize.
Yo,
I just talked about catalog.
We can line this up, y'all mean, in a private room or something like that. Y'all mean, bro, and then roll that shit out so we don't get clipped. You know what I mean?
I want to see this unfold. This is hilarious to me.
Hold on. The only songs I hear in Jersey and I go clubbing is maybe Confessions, the song Confessions, Love Isn't Friends, and yeah.
That's it?
In Jersey clubs, that's what you're gonna hear about us.
Oh, you need to get out more then. Let's
Because a lot of clubs is not playing straight, R&B like that. So it's not gonna happen.
Man.
Maybe at the closeout when it's time last call for alcohol.
Let's do this. You and Marc, y'all congregate and come up with 20 Usher joints.
Chris Brown.
Y'all can find someone else who agree with you on Usher beat. Matter of fact, Tay-Son said Chris Brown. So y'all can.
Hold on. Then you got our generation and the generation now. Let's be clear, because that's who's on social media.
Usher still smoke them.
Mark,
Tina, you get Marc and Tay-Son, me, Nick, and Stacks against Usher. What y'all say?
We gotta Marc, we gotta represent for the young people.
Man, yo, listen. I'm trying to tell you,
y'all motherfuckers ain't 40 or pushing 40 just like us. What the fuck are y'all talking about?
Here's what we'll do. Here's what we'll do.
Thinking about the younger generation who's killing everybody right now.
I love Chris Brown. He got a lot of hits.
I love Breezy.
He's not being Usher in a
love Breezy.
Y'all can say that shit all day till y'all blue in the face. Bring your 20. Bring your 20.
Man, I'm gonna have we're gonna have y'all bopping the whole fucking time. Y'all gonna want to not move and still move.
Y'all get your 20.
Like I'm gonna be like, I don't want to vote for him, but you still, still gonna be doing that.
If y'all did the bubblegum raps that they playing right now, like Chief Keef and all them motherfuckers, Lil Baby, all them motherfuckers. So y'all did that.
I don't know those guys.
Exactly, but guess what?
I'm 41.
There are kids. There are
No,
15,
I know all of them. You know what I mean? For real. If you got kids in your family, you gonna know all them motherfuckers.
Nah, I don't fuck with none of them. I'm sorry.
Tayson, if you hear my voice right now, connect with Marc and Tina. Y'all put together y'all Chris Brown list, 20 songs from Chris Brown. Me, Nick, and Stacks gonna put together our own list.
Straight up.
A lot of that shit is just noise on beats, like Beanie said. I mean,
Merv, if you're out there, Merv can be the judge. Chauncey can be a judge.
Oh, no, they won't be biased.
Chris Brown,
we'll bias more people. They ain't gonna be biased like that.
I don't think they're biased.
I don't think they'll be biased.
No. Our viewers are gonna be biased.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
You think so?
You just had SWV 20-4. You talking about being biased?
Yeah,
you serious right now?
But that's my personal
SWV 20-4. I'm not biased.
You picked the Men in Black song as the number one song versus and you did the dance. No, I'm just kidding.
You still bad, but the numbers don't lie though.
Chauncey and Merv can be the judges.
Merv, we trust Merv.
Chauncey is biased because Chauncey's a big Chris Brown fan, so Chauncey cannot be a judge.
So let's get Chauncey up out of here.
Yeah, Chauncey out of there.
Merv is down the middle. One thing I can say about Merv, he would not allow his biased ways to make a decision like this.
He might vote against me and you for spite, though. I thought of that.
We can live.
Merv is out too.
Merv is out.
We need somebody who's someone who's going to be honest about it. Someone who knows music. Who's that?
A young person. Somebody in 20s.
Oh fuck no! A young person. You talking somebody that probably haven't heard most of us shit. So you're talking somebody that hasn't.
It's me and Marc against y'all three. So if we pull in somebody,
no, it's you, Marc, and Tayson. It's you, Marc, and Tayson. Tayson is older
than all of us.
He picked Chris Brown.
No, wait a minute. Y'all picked Chris Brown.
He picked Chris Brown.
Yo, listen, you can let my brother judge that shit.
See, y'all have that's your brother. Why don't I bring my brother in to judge our shit as well? Right. Why do we do that?
No, but he know both though. He know Usher, he know Chris Brown.
But he's your brother, Marc. We need someone like
somebody neutral.
We need someone neutral. We can get Chauncey brother, the Panda guy. We get Mr. Panda to come out here and judge.
Good luck with that one. I got Panda on the team.
We'll figure it out.
It'd be hard finding somebody unbiased. Y'all talking about bringing a motherfucker that's barely can buy cigarettes in this motherfucker? I'm not for it. I got a son in his fucking 20s. I would never bring that motherfucker nowhere near judging shit.
Y'all shut out.
Y'all get your list, we get our list, and we go live on it.
No, you can't go live if you want to play the music.
We'll do it in a private joint.
They really need to do it. Maybe one of those verses that are still soon to come.
Like an invite, like a Zoom or something.
I don't know.
Yes.
It was Zoom and then just invite motherfuckers.
Who is this?
If you're listening, hit up Timberland and hit up Swiss Beats. Tell them to get a verses going with Chris Brown and
Who is this? It says Facebook user.
Who is this?
We need to know who you are to make sure you're credible.
Facebook user, you're in the group. If you would like, can you?
I have no dog in the fight. What is your name, though? What is your name?
It is Merv. It is Merv.
I have no dog in the fight.
State your name, please.
Hold on, I'm about to tell you who it is. I forgot I could do that.
I would say Cal, but Cal is messed up in the head, so I want to get Cal to judge anything.
And we'd have to find. It's hard to find motherfuckers that's not biased. These motherfuckers talk about bringing motherfuckers in here who born in 2000 and shit. I ain't with it.
Oh, that's murder. Of course, that's
they're gonna be like, "Who's Usher?" Like, nah.
No, people in their
that's murder.
We don't want.
In the late 90s, 25 and up is 95 and lower.
I don't trust people that's born in 90 anything. I mean, you got to be at least you got to be born in 89 or earlier.
That's Chris Brown's bracket.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I don't
look, I'll be honest. I think Merv. I'll be honest. I think Merv will be the best judge because
Did you hear
Merv
what
would
his
not.
best friend
He
said?
will keep it down the middle. Merv will keep
He
it
don't
down the
like
middle.
y'all. He gonna roll with us.
Yeah, Merv doesn't care too for us like that.
But I think for the love of the music, Merv will keep it down the middle. I really do.
All jokes aside, Merv can be a non-biased judge.
He'll be non-biased. He will cringe if he have to pick. But then we got Nick on our team, so he's not going to go too far overboard with me and Stacks. But he will keep it down the middle. We'll get Merv to be a judge.
Stand up, brother.
Y'all get y'all 20, figure out how y'all want to do it. Y'all can go first the first 10 rounds. We go second the last 10 rounds.
Nigga, you go first.
Hey, don't tell
Whatever.
me.
Y'all can bring your little Similac millennial guy. Gen Z millennial type motherfucker here as well.
Amen.
And we're going to smoke y'all. I'm telling you.
And just like verses, we get all the features.
Yo, I have a really good judge.
Features, right?
She hey, check this out.
Yes,
check this out, Shawn.
Rika
Rika knows more about music than any human that I know.
Except me.
Rap, R&B.
Except me.
Don't
say nothing right now about this.
You know I got my bag.
That you could be a judge. Oh,
she don't know what we talking about, but she'll be the judge.
We need shout out to my classmate Sharika. Rika, we are going to do 20 songs.
Thank you for letting us know if she decides to be biased, Stacks.
Nah, I hang with nothing but the thoroughest motherfuckers.
Rika, we talking about Usher versus Chris Brown.
Hey, but check this out. Yeah.
Do not say anything.
Usher versus Chris Brown, 20 songs. But don't say who's better. I mean, you equally yoked, so I already know what time it is.
Yeah. Merv and Rika be the judge. And if we find one more that's even better, that can break the tie just in case.
We need one more that's not from the city of Georgetown, because they'll probably cry foul on that one.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all lining up Georgetown motherfuckers.
See, Marc already mentioned. Hey, let's get a Philly. Hey, I get you a Philly. Okay, we got a lot of people from Philly. Let's get us a Philly judge.
Get Nick J.
Even it out. Yeah, Nick J. Yeah.
Oh, she's not biased at all.
She's not biased.
Yeah.
She called it down the middle.
She damn sure down the middle.
She called it down the middle, and that's what it is.
Maybe not. But go ahead.
So here how we're going to do it. We're going to come up with the list, and because we're playing music, we can't go live, so we can invite people. We'll talk behind the scenes of what that looks like, and then we'll.
Hey, hold on. And Tina is our social media guru. Can you go live just on Facebook and put that disclaimer? You don't own the rights to the music and still do like
all them songs?
Still get clipped.
We'll get cut off.
We'll get clipped.
How do DJs get away with that shit?
They got contracts with the labels to be
contracts. Yeah.
We can probably
it's
set
really
up
though that the labels even do it. It's really
we can set up a whatchamacallit. We can set up a what you call a Zoom.
Yeah, set up a Zoom and invite people
into that.
Or we could just do live from the group.
Somebody said something about you. Could you do it YouTube?
No, they probably try to clip you right from the group. Get the group.
No, YouTube clip your ass in a minute.
Yeah. You get
you got Zoom personal invite type situation.
You can say 10 seconds or less.
That's true.
Jay-Z will clip your ass at the 1.5 seconds.
We can't play nothing with
Can't play nothing, Jay-Z.
No, but if you put in the Zoom, you can play the record. You can play the whole shit.
Oh, for real?
If you in Zoom, you good. You can play anything you want.
Yeah, Zoom is all day. Zoom is you do what you want to do in Zoom.
But you can't go live.
You know what I mean?
Our audience can be on camera in Zoom. A lot of people could be on Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just do it in Zoom. Zoom is
right.
Merv's here.
Merv is here.
He didn't comment, but I can see him. So go ahead, tell him.
We already told him.
Yeah. Merv heard it.
He just started watching.
No, he was on for a while.
He was the Facebook
the whole time. He was a Facebook user for some reason.
He still doesn't know how to use it to put his name on it, so he just Facebook user.
Yeah, has a degree in computer programming, but he calls me about computer issues. So.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't even do that. Just stay in Zoom, invite everybody, and then let the motherfuckers who in it just be in it. As soon as you stream it, they're gonna clip the shit out there.
As soon as you stream to Facebook, you're gonna get clipped. But if you go Zoom, you'll be able to go hard body.
I don't want them to clip the group, you know what I mean? Because they'll do goofy shit like that too. You know what I mean? I'm shut down the group. Like, no.
Yeah, they will.
They shut down the group. I'm gonna just check on me, see if I'm okay.
No, you mean check on Zuckerberg and see if he okay.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, check on me because that was hard work.
I'm gonna check on him, you know what I mean, to see if he got hands and feet on him. Because if he do, I knew what happened.
Yo, so what's the date? What's the date?
We don't know yet.
We don't know yet.
Fridays and Saturdays. We don't know yet. You know what I mean? We'll
get to coming to America. Stop stalling. I don't want to be stalling because I know Stacks and Nick got about 30 joints in their head right now, and y'all got money. Marc trying to figure out how can he put Beans on a remix with Chris Brown that doesn't exist.
I'll tell you, man.
No, they got one out there. Hell yeah.
Marc will be doing
man, listen. Once I actually start preparing for this shit and Tina start preparing, oh Lord.
Yeah, good luck with that, y'all. I'm so
you know what I mean? This easy.
You'll be surprised how toxic people come together.
Facts.
Man. You know what? I'm glad it's happening. I'm gonna get the jam like the whole time. I'm gonna just be rocking out the whole time. Shit. Easy. Then we gotta decide which is going in. That's the hard part. You know what I'm saying? That's probably easy for y'all. You know what I mean? Because what's Confessions and that's all y'all know? Okay. Easy. You know, it's hard for us, though. We gotta
we were just saying that Confessions can probably whoop that album alone probably can whoop whatever Chris Brown got coming.
I know that's what you think until you in the back. Yeah. And then when we jamming and then y'all moving and don't want to move, yeah, I know.
Nick, he never listened to 8701 before.
You know what I'm saying?
Obviously not.
Yeah. Y'all gonna move, y'all gonna try. Y'all gonna hold yourself together from not moving because y'all want to jam.
If they did,
you know what I mean?
Still jamming.
We're gonna be in the background dancing.
Hey man, people don't dance no more. All they do is this.
Play takeover. You know what I mean? Get out of here.
If they did a versus with Outkast.
Say again?
If they did a versus with Outkast, who would go against them?
So I actually did a versus almost a year ago. This is how all of this started, to be quite honest. I did a versus where Dre had Outkast.
Hey Nick.
And I had Mobb Deep. And they thought that Mobb Deep was going to get smoked by Outkast. And because my placement of the Mobb Deep songs, I was able to beat Dre out in that versus battle. That's when we started doing
like versus with Mobb Deep, and
I did a versus Mobb Deep, and I'm not capping at anything. I'm not trying to keep my horn, but it was a good blend. It was actually closer to what people thought, and that's how we started getting noticed.
Because about Goody Mob.
That versus went viral, actually.
You know what though, man, Shawn? I don't care if you're Mobb Deep. I hold triggers to crew.
Yo,
fucks, I got money stacked.
Yo, rest in peace, Prodigy. When you said you little fucks, I got money stacked.
That was highly disrespectful.
What is wrong with this dude?
Trop Call Quest.
Yo,
that'd be
that would be
good. Who they gonna go up against? Leaders in the New School?
That'd be better. That would be better. Leaders of the New School and Tribe Called Quest would be better. I mean, they're all in the same. They're all from the same cloth. They're all the native tongues.
So was Wu-Tang.
No, I mean, Tribe still wins because Charlie Brown broke up LONS too early.
Why can't Tribe Called Quest go up against Leaders in the New School?
No. Wu-Tang had their own entity. They were nowhere close to being with a Tribe Called Quest or Native Tongue. Native Tongue had their own thing. I'm not talking
about them going against each other. I'm talking about how the two within each other went against each other. So Wu went against Wu.
Yeah.
Go against Tribe.
Yeah, Tribe got to go against but that still be tough because Busta and those boys they're not rocking with each other. You know what I mean? Charlie Brown's still mad at Busta, so they're not.
Damn.
Then it'll be
Tribe versus De La Soul. That'd be more compatible.
So
Tribe Smoke De La.
Yeah, but I don't even think De La has access to their songs. They still got a beef with Tommy Boy. So
Right.
Yeah, they
you know
don't
what I mean?
own
The
their
record company.
catalog at all.
They don't own anything.
They don't own
man.
anything.
Damn.
that's
They don't own
crazy.
anything.
That's crazy.
Definitely.
Yo, man, we still got double digits, man. But we got to wrap this thing up, right? I guess.
Yeah.
I got a question. I got one more. Okay, what about Black Thought? Not even the whole team, but Black Thought.
Everybody except for Mark answer this.
This is an easy answer. Lyrically, he beating whoever you name. We all know
He's
it.
not.
You know what I mean? You think anybody can freestyle against Black Thought? Who? Go ahead. I'll wait. Because I could play all them freestyles right in the group. You know what I mean? Easy. Ain't no challenge. Black Thought's the man.
I want to see. I would want.
Hold on. You let me answer the question first. We got to answer who Black Thought against who.
I'm waiting.
You said Black Thought in 3,000 and 3 stacks. Honestly, that would be a good
that's
one.
a good one.
3
Black
stacks
Thought and
would
3
smoke
stacks.
Black Thought.
Yes.
I said KRS-One.
Kara smoke Black Thought. Yeah, Chris is
No.
Why don't you go with
KRS-One is the
3,000
man,
and
though. That's the
KRS-One,
teach.
since you said he already gonna
That's the
smoke Black
teach.
Thought.
Yeah, stacks of smoke. I think 3 stacks of smoke
Who
on
the hell
Black
is
Thought.
in Facebook writing a book?
Hey,
Merv.
From my cousin.
yo,
Rich.
man, Black Thought of rap circles around 3,000. That's easy work.
No, man.
It's not hard.
Okay, what
Not
about
on this.
Freeway? What about Freeway against Beans?
Freeway against who?
Beans.
That's the top.
Beans, landslide.
That's
No.
the top.
I think Freeway has better music. Beans the better rap.
Free.
You got to understand. Freeway's album. That's my favorite Philly album of all time. I like that better than Meek's album, Dreams and Nightmares. I like it better than Beans the Truth or The Reason.
That Free.
Whoa. It's going a little bit too far. The truth? Shit.
No,
You know what I
man.
mean?
That Free first album, man, was special.
Yo, that's
It
the
was
first time
just
Jay-Z,
lazy.
for actually let, for a Rockefeller artist have some
Did
real
y'all read
beats.
this novel?
Yeah, that's
I didn't.
That's a lot to read. I don't really even. That's a lot.
Yeah, I got adult ADD. I can't fuck with that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's no
Busta
punctuation.
and
That's the
Missy,
problem.
Mary
It's
J,
gotta be Merv.
Mariah, 50 and Tip Young Dro, and
50 and Tip, Young Joe and Nobody wants to see Young Joe and
Young
Rocco.
Dro and Rocco.
No one sees
No.
Young Joe Rocco at all.
50 and T.I. would be a good one.
Who-
LL would smash Ja Rule.
Who would put LL and Ja Rule together?
No.
Yeah, why would you do that?
Oh, they said
Why would you do that?
Disrespect the LL.
Straight female,
Yeah.
straight
Major
girl hits.
disrespect.
So straight female hits between LL and Ja Rule. That might be good.
No.
No.
L got hits over 3 damn decades. You know what I mean?
Right.
Ja Rule,
That would be
Right.
a
His
long
career
night
got
to
killed
Tyrell.
always on
But
time.
That's
people big as
disrespectful.
hell on Ashanti and all that other shit. And she's still out here doing tours on a regular basis.
But who wants to hear Always on Time?
You'd
I
be
think-
surprised.
Well, yes.
I won't say Ja didn't have some records. You know what I mean?
I'm
But
definitely okay with
he didn't
this
have
Cash
enough.
Money
You know what I
and
mean?
No
That's the
Limit.
point.
Whoa. Cash Money and No Limit. I think I'm going with No Limit all day.
Over Cash Money?
Ain't nobody
We did
to
that
go
too.
against Bow Wow.
We
But
did that
Bow Wow
battle
would
too.
finish somebody.
90s up to the early 2000s. That's what they said for Cash Money
Cash
and No
Money.
Limit.
Oh,
Juvenile,
See, now they got it.
damn.
When
Wait,
you
what
got to
band?
throw in rules, that's when
Yeah.
battles are corny.
Right.
No rules. No
Yeah,
rules.
when you gotta put boundaries like
Yeah.
that. then
Trust
you-
me.
Yeah.
I was in a boundary battle. The first battle I was in with Shawn. You know what I mean? That shit was whack.
Oh, a DJ battle. Okay, that's good taste.
Well, that's how it started. That's how this whole versus started. Was
Clue
with
versus
DJs.
Oh,
Clue
we
and
did not
drama.
speak on that. We did
Clue
not
smoking
speak on
drama. Clue smoking drama.
We
Easily.
did not speak on the
Easily.
DJs for the verses that took place with last night.
Yeah,
So Spinderella murdered that shit.
she did. She
She
did.
did.
Yeah, Cinderella did good.
Her flowers.
No, but you know what though? I'm gonna say like this: the bull A1 started off right, but then he started fucking up. You know what I'm saying?
He started to get
So I had
too
to give it the
Atlanta
spin
based.
because he
He
started.
started to
Yeah.
get too Atlanta based.
He played to the crowd. He
So
played
what
to the
about
Atlanta crowd.
Clue and Swizz?
Clue and
Well,
Swizz.
Swizz already went against Timberland.
Swizz.
That's how this all started.
Swizz went against Timbo.
But producing, but not DJing.
You can't really do Clue and Swizz though, because Clue
I don't know.
Clue is a legit DJ. Clue is like certified DJ. Like honestly.
Well,
like,
I would say like this: whatever, if you put two DJs together, it gotta be DJs who rock the crowd. This is why I had a problem with DJ Scratch, because he don't rock no crowd. You gotta have two DJs who rock the
maybe
crowd.
like a Green Lantern or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Green Lantern. So are we talking mixtape DJs? Here's a DJ that doesn't get enough credit. DJ Jazzy Jeff does not get enough credit.
Who, Jazzy Jeff?
Yeah, he does.
He's a DJ.
He's known worldwide.
I feel like
he's known worldwide. I'll be honest with y'all. Mr. C, a DJ. Mr.
Oh
C.
yeah, he's a legendary DJ.
Okay, Mr. C and Flex.
Forget what he's doing out there with with his
You mean him hanging with Malik Yoba from New York Undercover? Oh, my bad. Sorry about that.
None of that matters. None of that takes away from him.
Mr. C party, first of all, he only played like 30 seconds of a song.
Oh, is that about Knife? Yeah, Knife Wonder.
Funk Flex only played 30 seconds of a song?
Huh?
You said Funk Flex only played 30 seconds of a song?
No, Mr. C. And it's great. That nigga played 30 seconds and he switched on you. 30 seconds switch. 30 seconds switch. That nigga be
18 and you up.
Dance move like,
you know who else?
I hate that shit.
Yeah, I mean, Bismarck, he only play about 45 seconds of a song and then he out. He on to the next jump.
Some of the best DJs know exactly. I hate when DJs like play 50 million songs in like a minute or whatever. I think certain DJs are talented enough to know exactly when to switch to a song. That makes a very versatile and very great DJ. But you have a jam into a song and they just switch like, damn, we was 5 seconds in. What is you doing?
Let me tell you this. When C do that, he does do that actually. It is annoying, but the next song be just as much fire. And what I like about him is he makes sure his catalog is long when he play. Because I done been in the clubs with it, you know what the DJ gonna play. You know they're gonna play the same shit. Like it's so much music in the world, and I feel like Mr. C touches that shit. Like every time the DJ is something different. Every single time
he's different.
He touch. Yeah.
But that Mr. C,
he touched
a lot
every
of
different
DJs
type of music. Like Mr. C touched everything. You never gonna hear him play the same shit unless you a constant club goer to his shit.
Right. A lot of DJs pay homage to Mr. C, regardless of what he does outside of DJing. They pay homage to that dude. I'll tell you somebody else who's a wild card. Is my personal favorite. Scram Jones. And Scram Jones does a scramble mix, and he blends the original song with the actual track itself. No one does it better. No one is fucking with Scram Jones on that level.
Kid Capri good too. Hey, Rika said somebody y'all love me some motherfucking.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say like this though, right?
Ninth is
I mean,
dope.
it's cool, you know, that when you point out, you know what I mean, for the all-time DJs, but sometimes you got to point out the guys who doing it now. Like, you know what I mean, for real, what DJ, you know what I mean, for real, is rocking that shit now. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Because I'm like, some of the old school guys still got it, and some have fell off. You know what I mean? So you got to remember for a time period. But some of them still got it. You know what I'm saying? Where they still,
Mr. C definitely
they still doing
it.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What y'all say about DJ Self?
Who?
He local.
Local.
He did
He local.
When I saw him coming to the club in Newark, I was like, "Oh yeah, you local, my nigga."
Yeah, tell you one thing that boy from Texas, DJ Chose. Seriously, that boy, you know what I mean, got records and play hits. You know what I'm saying? Shit,
I
that boy be on
an
it.
old school battle though. Slick Rick and who?
Rick.
I don't think not many people messing with Rick. You got to find a good comparison to Rick, though. Rick was different. Rick was one of one, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would say like this. I was like, man, like Rick. I mean, can't nobody really keep up with LL, but I just like, you know what I'm saying? If it was anybody, you know what I mean, Rick, you know what I mean, maybe give him like if it was like half a verses, I would say he could do something. I don't think for a full verses, no, because LL just spans so many decades, but I just like Rick got some joints though.
LL would be anyone. I don't think Rick. It's hard to put Rick up against someone. You have to like really dig into the crate to get Rick up against someone. I saw Taysom post Kane and Rakim. I'm be honest, the Kane and Rakim would be great, but people would pick Kane just because of Kane. But the true hip hop nostalgia and those who really love hip hop would have to. You get look at Rakim. You know, Rakim the God, man. Like you can't. If you picking Kane because of the commercial showmanship. That showmanship and just the energy that he brings. And I think that's no different than with a Jay and Nas battle. You're going to go with Jay because of the showmanship of the songs that he had, not for him as far as his showmanship personality-wise. It's just that the songs that he's had. His catalog is immersed in a lot of commercial songs, whereas Nas' catalog is more immersed in authentic music that's related to him and his core fans. And that's not saying one is better than the other. It's just that.
What are you saying here? Jay-Z has better songs. Just say it. You
Let's just say Jay-Z is a fucking better rapper.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
In my opinion, I don't think so.
Because a lot of Jay-Z's best songs are B-sides, so we're not even talking about the commercial songs.
They have different lanes. They have different lanes of music, and that's what I'm saying.
Same lane, one just move faster.
Right.
That was a good one. That was
a good one.
I ain't gonna hold you.
I like that.
I'll get back on that later on, though.
I mean, Jay did say
backs on that. I think it's, to me, I think, you know, Jay-Z had the blueprint, but he really wasn't the blueprint. You know what I mean? Nas,
oh Lord.
We have to do this every single fucking week, Shawn. Really?
I'm just saying, like, I think we all know that. Like Nas said,
not all of us. Not all of us.
So stuck on that. You take that beat personal.
When Jay was talking about the Food Chickens, you know what I mean? Nas decided your blueprint. Who you kidding? You know what I mean? When Jay was out here dropping the Food Chickens, you know what I mean? Nas was dropping Illmatic. Jay was dropping the Food Chickens. So I mean, it's different, man. It's different. So when
it's definitely different.
When Dre,
okay, what about? I got one more.
You just said about
not going down. As soon as they go down, they come back up. But what about Das Effects and Lords of the Underground?
You said who?
Das Effects and Lords of the Underground. That's a good one.
Oh, Lords, easy.
Das Effects.
Because Das, I mean, once you get past their first album, it ain't much after that.
You know what I'm saying? Lords of the Underground.
Right. I agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, Lords, like,
who?
Not only the first album, then it came, I mean, second jump up. Man, Lords is like, I would say like this. I would say they're one of the most underrated rap groups of all time. Lords of Underground. I mean, that's how good they were.
Who would Naughty by Nature go up against?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh, I mean, Tresh was for a quick minute. He was the man for the quick
Naughty by Nature versus Ghetto Boys, maybe. I don't know.
That shit might work.
That'd be different.
Ghetto Boys had records.
I think Ghetto Boys smoke them though, to be honest.
No, I don't think so. You know what I mean? I think it'd be a good battle. But I still have Ghetto Boys winning. Because I'm like, once Scarface get to his bag, goodness. True. You know what I mean? Scarface was the shit.
That's what I'm saying. If he can,
but do they have enough where it doesn't have to do Scarface as a single solo artist?
Ghetto Boys has enough just as a group, but
as a group,
I'm like, man, they got enough as a group, but good.
They got more than enough.
Scarface, y'all
I think they'd only have to dive into Scarface's individual bag if they got desperate. I mean, that's the only way. But they can carry their own on the verse.
Because I'm like, even when he left the group and they got that bull Big Mike in there, you know what I mean? For they was still killing it. You know what I mean?
Big Mike was killing it. Like,
yeah, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing with Scarface, if they drop a Scarface joint, that means they're really going to get that round, honestly.
Rika said Naughty by Nature and Tribe.
I still think Tribe wins. I like Naughty. I like Naughty.
Yeah, I think Tribe.
I got Tribe winning.
Tayson said Lost Boys in the verses.
They don't have enough.
They don't have enough.
Who do they go up against?
Queens get the money, but they don't have enough.
Man. Lost Boys' first album was nuts.
We don't believe you need more people.
No, I mean, I'm talking Freaky Ty, Big Nice, and yeah. First album was nuts.
The second album was nuts.
So Shawn, take us out.
Yo, good night tonight. When we went 3 hours and some change long. We got a note saying, please keep going because we want to stream this conversation. Man, good balance tonight. We got Nick on it. Chauncey has some issues, streaming issues, but I know she was there supporting
She's in the
us.
audience though.
She's out there supporting us regardless. So thank you, Chauncey, for hopping on. Tim, thank you for hopping on, talking about Men in Black. The song, we appreciate you being able to put that nice touch on it. I know that song resonated with you for a very long time. So thank you so much for coming and representing that song. That's the only person representing that song. Yo, Stacks, you free, you home, my man. You home. You got the God's chain. You know what I mean? We got some work to do. We in the lab again. We're back on Facebook. Let me go around the horn real quick. Marc, what you got for tonight, my man? Good show tonight. What you got,
man? Shoot, this was fun. I'm glad everybody hopped on, man. You know, it felt, you know what I mean, with Stacks, you know what I mean, coming back, it felt like, you know what I mean, for like home, man. Like last week,
Absolutely.
It felt like we were staying in a hotel or something. You know what I'm saying? This week feels like home, you know what I mean? So it feels good. You know what I mean? Stacks, glad to have you back. To be able to talk this back with Escape and SWV, you know what I mean? For I thought I like that because it kind of gave an insight into what everybody thought about each record. You know what I'm saying? You know, and how it hits you, you know how it hit you then, what you think about it now. So I'm like, man, that was love. Shout out to the ladies, you know, for coming on. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do y'all thing as always. We looking forward, you know what I mean, to y'all show. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all gonna kick that off. So, you know what I mean? When that come on, I'm gonna be tuned right in, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, I ain't really gonna try to mess with Tina because Tina just talk shit to me on camera, you know what I mean? And I ain't even on there. So I ain't even messing with that, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, though, great show, you know what I mean? And thanks for rocking out with us, man. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Stacks, what you got for us, homie?
Thanks for the invite, gentlemen. Like Marc said, to your point, man, like after last week, man, we was talking last night about what we was gonna do what y'all was gonna do today. You know, I just happy I was able to hop on after the week we had last week. This was fun. I wanna end it by giving a salute. Something that happened while we was on the air. Russell Westbrook passed Oscar Robertson for the most triple doubles of all time. So salute that brother. He is killing it right now. And we'll see y'all tomorrow. Mervin Stack Show.
Indeed. Yo, Nick, what you got for us?
Thank y'all for letting me join tonight to discuss this. It was fun hanging out with you guys. Can't wait to see us some more. We'll be out there for you. We got some stuff coming.
Yeah.
And AZ to go all day.
I agree. I couldn't say it better myself.
You said AZ, right?
She said Jay-Z.
Hey.
Shawn called y'all the same name. That's why you hate him so much, right? Because he was Shawn first.
I thought
yeah, he mad about that.
He was Shawn first. He was 55. According to Ether, he about 55 by now.
Oh, wow. You know. Y'all please do stay capping over there.
Yo, that kind of been personal, no, Nick. What you got for us, Tina?
First of all, Shawn begged me to come on tonight. Let's be clear.
Damn.
Since he want to try to play me with Men in Black, but now I see
why
he tries to fucking beg me come on here and try to play me the fuck out, nigga. I got shots fired for you. Anyway, great show, guys. Thanks.
See how that Gemini be switching that for you?
Tell him, Nick.
Yo, again, thank you all for watching the Shawn and Friends show for tonight. I really did enjoy tonight's show. Look, I'm exhausted, but it feels good. I'm glad we were able to get back to podding. Like Marc said last week, it felt like we was in a hotel podding because Stacks wasn't home and we had other things going on. We couldn't connect with the team out there on Facebook because we got clipped. And now we're back home. We're back out there. We love the engagement. We was at double digits for majority of the night, going in 3 hours deep. We got a battle on the horizon that we're going to smoke Marc, Tina, and Tayson. Marc and Tina not going to be able to agree on 3 songs, so I feel good about our chances right now.
They're gonna be cursing each other out.
I can't wait till that happens.
Just because we don't agree on life decisions, don't mean we ain't gonna agree on music. You know what I mean? That's different.
Y'all better lean on Tayson, but
train wreck.
Because it's gonna be a train wreck.
He just trying to talk us out of that shit, nigga. Keep going.
Shout out to Rika for being out there. She's gonna be a judge. Shout out to Merv, who's gonna be a judge. Shout out to Chauncey for hopping on again tonight. We needed Chauncey's energy. She's gonna be back though. We got some stuff in the works. Like Nick said, we're about to hit y'all across the head. We're gonna hit y'all on your head top with that crew. They got a lot of stuff baking in the oven right now. We're about to release out there and give y'all what y'all need. And it's going to be some fun times. We got a lot of stuff coming up, and I'm just happy that you all are a part of the movement. I'm glad that everyone who's rocking with us is part of the movement. We got a street team now, and everybody's doing this for pro bono. Nobody, I ain't paying nobody.
$3.99.
Yo, everybody's rocking.
Nigga, I'm about to send you my cash app.
When he get the checks, when Shawn get the checks, he go puffy us to watch.
Yeah.
Word.
Yo, like, Chase, I'm not even gonna know it. Like when I start taking the pod from a spaceship, like yo, I be on the side with the damn yacht. Y'all taking the pod.
Like why Tina Wigs look
trying to tell you, Bird. Yo, y'all meet Birdman ass nigga.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Birdman. Man. We partners, Marc. Nah, but yo, we got so much coming up. So thank you all again. Shout out to Blackjack TV. Shout out to Blackjack Prime, YouTube, Facebook, to our silent partners, to our visible partners, from those on the front line, those on the back line. Thank you for everybody for all the love and all the support. It's so appreciated. Keep our eyes open for the Lullers coming. Really soon. It's going to be the Sunday night shows. Once we get the date locked in, you all will know, and we're going to start rolling that stuff out as well. For the rest of the week, on Tuesday, make sure you tune in tomorrow night for Merv and Stack show. We're going to come back for y'all on Wednesday night with our show with the guys podcast, with everybody rocking on. We form like Voltron, form like Wu-Tang, form like Avengers, however you want to call it. We're going to form that way. And we're going to come in here, we're going to hit y'all across the head hard, and then we're going to start ramping up for the Lovers. All hands on deck, and we're gonna make this thing rock. So again, thank you all for tuning in tonight. Thank you all for rocking with us. I salute to you all on the panel tonight for coming through doing your thing. And let's get ready for the next wave. Peace. Yay. Yay.